walk in. I think, Fester, you doing it purposely? You just walking in like disrupting everything? You just walking right now after we've opened the mics? Are you doing it on purpose? Is it intentionally?
Yes, I did it on purpose today, and the only thing disrupting anything is you and your acknowledgement.
No, I've just asked you 1,000 times. Just be here before the mics crack, before the theme music ends. That's all I'm asking.
Okay, great.
I don't think I'm asking too much.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's like you're doing it on purpose.
Almost like it's expected?
Yeah. No, I'm not expecting. I'm just saying it's disrupting to have you walk in, open the door, you walk your headphones, and I'm just saying.
Expect it tomorrow. Okay, great.
No, I'm not going to expect it tomorrow. Hey, is this going to be the day? Are we going to debut Crackhead Karaoke today?
Oh, Hal texted me earlier. He said he wants to come in and try it. He's excited.
All right, so Crackhead. Now, why is it called Crackhead Karaoke? For no other reason than it just sounds funny. That's it.
Well, if you think about it, when you see a crackhead on the road and they're humming a song to themselves, you're like, what are they singing?
I don't know if that's a...
Yes, it's exactly what happens. All crackheads have headphones.
You think that's an indication?
Yes, of course.
Now, hold on a minute. What I don't get, though, is how we're going to do it if we need to have our headphones on to be on the air.
I'll explain everything. I mean, Hal will explain everything.
All right.
Maybe we could do a test run.
Well, have we worked through Can you explain it to me quickly here?
Okay. If you think about the impression connection, callers call up and they pick a member of the show to participate, right?
And then we stick our hands in a bucket. We pull out a little slip of paper. It's got a celebrity. We have to do the impression of the celebrity, and then the caller has to guess who we're trying to impersonate.
Yes.
That's impression connection. Now,
so take that format. Caller calls up, picks a member of the show, but the member of the show puts on the Crackhead Karaoke headphones.
How do you put on the headphones? I need my headphones to hear the radio station.
Well, then you can't play.
No, well,
you could do one of each. You could do it like
No. You're thinking too much. Just like the impression connection. You overthink it, it turns out to be great.
I can't take off my headphones that I monitor the program on to
sing a song for 10 seconds?
I can't.
Like a crackhead?
I can't, because I need to hear what it sounds like on the air. I can't take my headphones off.
All right, Hal's texting me.
It's
and
like
he's
a
pissed
pilot.
off.
It's like a pilot closing his eyes as he's landing the plane at Tampa International Airport.
That defeats the purpose. You have to take them off because you have to get in the mode. You have to get in the zone and hum. You can't have distractions of callers or the show. You just have to perform.
I need to hear what if I've caller.
No, you don't.
If I've got a yes, I do. Don't tell me what I need to do. I can't have a caller on the air and not hear what's going on the air. I cannot. Okay. I'm not taking these headphones off. Whereas I can't hear the radio station and what I'm broadcasting because I'm responsible for this thing.
I have an idea.
Yes.
How about you just move one headphone over? You can monitor the station on the right ear, and on the other ear, a little Crackhead Karaoke.
That's what Roxanne just said 2 seconds ago.
What's the matter with that? I'm agreeing.
Yeah, Froggy said the same thing as Roxanne, except he kind of bopped his head and danced a little bit more. Put a little more groove into it.
Listen, you're worrying too much. Hal's going to come in. He'll give you an example.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit before the game show, he'll give you an example.
That would be a good idea. Maybe during a commercial break, instead of running out everywhere, we plan how this is going to execute. Because I'm concerned that MJ won't be able to hear the radio station for 10 seconds.
Hey, MJ, I'll be your co-pilot when that happens.
Oh.
So basically, you hum and get focused.
We're still on the air.
I'll be flying the plane.
No, I'm sorry.
Hold on, MJ. Don't look that.
And suddenly Fester's Fester focus, right?
That's right.
Suddenly, Fester, you're all focused. You got all the answers all of a sudden.
Well, I wouldn't look Roxanne.
Suddenly, you're the shell answer man.
I would not look
You're
Roxanne.
the hell answer man. Remember those commercials the Shell Answer Man used to just
Was it a Shell gas commercial?
Yeah, it was for Shell Gas.
I don't remember.
The guy used to I'm the Shell Answer Man. It's like, hey, how often do I need to change my windshield wipers? Hey, glad you asked that question. I'm the Shell Answer Man.
I don't.
What happens if I pour Gatorade in my tank instead of unleaded? Hey, I'm the Shell Answer Man.
What year was that commercial?
It was in the 80s. I don't know, around the time we play our around the time that our music's from, the 1980s.
I've never heard of the Shell gasoline campaign for the Shell Answer Man.
Well, I've heard of it, and I remember it. Might have been a little younger, but I remember the damn thing. I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was watching this Invest 98L. This is the storm that is expected to develop down in the Caribbean. And, I mean, the models have it coming into the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll know more probably in like 5 days or so. It's going to be next week before we have an indication. Is this going to turn into an actual named storm? Right now it's an Invest. So it's Invest 98L. I'm just bringing everyone up to speed here. We do have a blob of potential tropical activity that could be coming our way, and in the general direction of the Gulf of Mexico. And some of the models take it west, some of the models take it north, some of the models put it into the west coast of Florida. So
when is that supposed to arrive? If it was going to come towards
we
us?
don't know. We'll know more like mid next week. We'll know more on where it looks like the upper level steering currents will take this sucker, because there are a lot of factors. It might not affect us at all. Hopefully it doesn't even develop, but there's like an 80 or 90% chance of development now, they say. So, and I don't know how many people even know that something's kind of gurgling out there, because we've had a pretty quiet season thus far.
Very quiet, it feels
And
like.
we're past the statistical peak, which happens right around the 10th or 11th of September. But, we always, here in the Tampa Bay area, we always have to be on alert for late September and October storms. That seems to be historically what tends to give us the brush bys, the close calls, the eyebrows raising. Hey, I'm just pointing it out. All right, when we get back, now I saw this. I initially took a pass on it. We did not play it on yesterday's show. But then, Fester, you sent me the audio bite of the Monday Night Football situation.
Yeah. I watched the game on and off. I didn't catch this as it happened.
Yep.
And I saw it yesterday after the show,
Right.
and then I kind of passed on it. And then I listened to the audio clip, and I was like, "Oh!"
All right, there was a little issue on Monday Night Football.
A little issue.
I mean, it made you go, "Oh!"
It made me go, "Oh!"
There was an issue on Monday Night Football, which, you know what? I passed on it yesterday, but Fester got me rethinking it. So hold on. What the hell happened on Monday Night Football on Monday night that has people talking? All right, we'll get into it next. So hold on. Have we piqued your curiosity? Froggy, in that sentence, piqued your curiosity. How do you spell piqued?
Oh, Piqued.
Ooh,
Holy crap, look at that out of
Oh my
nowhere.
God, what happened? I just blacked out. What happened? What happened?
Out of nowhere, Froggy with the correct answer. It's not Peaked. Out of nowhere, Froggy gets. You can't even name the three branches of government properly, and you just came out of nowhere with that.
I mean, sometimes it just spits out. Like, I don't even know what happened.
Man, that was like you had a seizure or something, and the right answer came out.
Never
All right,
happens.
just getting rolling. Back in a minute. What the hell happened on Monday Night Football? We'll tell you next. 6:09 MJ Morning Show Q105. Here's Pat with traffic back in a second. MJ Morning Show, Q105. MJ and the crew here, 6:20. Am I running late? Or, yeah, I guess I'm running a little late. I'm running a little, just look at the clock. I'm like, yeah, what's the deal here? I'm running a little late, but that's all right. So, Monday Night Football, and I did not watch Monday Night Football. You know, we watched the Amazon Prime deal last Thursday. You know, they say Amazon's like, oh, yeah, the ratings were huge, but they won't give us any numbers. They won't tell us how many people actually viewed it.
Take our word for it.
And they know how many people streamed it because they control it all. It's not like you're shooting out a signal to all these TV sets around the country and you got to rely on Nielsen ratings to figure out how many people are watching a TV show. And it's only a small number of people that are used to estimate what the audience actually is. But with Amazon, they know exactly how many people click the stream button on Amazon Prime Video to see how many were actually watching the game. And what I saw yesterday was Amazon, oh, man, the new Thursday Night Football, it's huge, but they won't release any numbers. Is what I saw.
I know that I was traveling last Thursday, and none of the guys had Amazon
Prime.
The hotel didn't show the game,
right?
You know, so I know a lot of guys didn't watch the game.
Yeah, but if you go to, I saw it on Drudge Report. I think type in Drudge Report quickly, and then we'll get to the Monday Night Football deal. And I'm just trying to justify why we didn't watch Monday Night Football because we saw Thursday Night Football. Then we saw numerous games on Sunday night. You know, you had the 1 o'clock game, you had the 4 o'clock game, then you had the NBC Sunday Night Football game. So I mean, that's enough. Hold on a minute, Fester. Don't move. Don't touch it. I've got it.
Good.
Let me see if it's still up here. And they might have taken it off. Yeah, it looks like they might have taken it off. Yeah, but it was something about Amazon claims that they had a lot of people watching the new Thursday Night Football, but they wouldn't actually tell us how many people really watched it. So that's the deal. All right. So what the hell happened on Monday Night Football?
So on Monday night, there were two games. Usually there's only one game on Monday night. It's one of the first Monday nights where they've had two Monday Night Football games.
So
they had.
Oh, that's right. They had one on ABC and one on ESPN.
Right. The earlier game.
Oh, you know what? I'm a liar. I'm a big fat liar. Hook me up to a polygraph. You know what? We watched a little bit because we saw that awful injury. We were flipping through channels, and we did stay for a little bit because we saw the awful injury that Buffalo Bills dude got, where he got clocked in the head by his own player, and his head snapped back. So wait a sec.
You're a big liar.
I'm recalling now. Yeah, we watched a few minutes. We actually saw the injury.
What are you hiding? Why'd you lie about that?
What's going on? I mean, are you trying to deceive people?
I'm not hiding anything. I just recalled that because I didn't watch any, complete games or any massive chunks of the game, but we saw that injury to the Buffalo Bills player where his head got snapped all the way back, and you're like, oh my God, is this guy going to be paralyzed?
Yeah. So
did this snap his spinal cord?
His name is Dane Johnson.
That guy.
I'm sorry, Dane Jackson. And he was released from the hospital yesterday, avoiding any serious injury.
That is unbelievable. Thank God this guy didn't get the paralysis for life or something, because that was an awful looking deal. That's right. And then I did see they split screened it. They had ABC and then ESPN, so you could see two different games, which, I don't know, that kind of dilutes the product, doesn't it? That's what I think it does. Anyway, so what the heck happened on Monday Night Football? This is Monday Night Football on ESPN or ABC or one of the Cartoon Network. All right, so
Monday Night Football has the A-team. The A-team is Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. They moved from Fox to ESPN to do Monday Night Football.
What was that? Oh.
Then they have the B team. And while the B team is talented, they're not as good as the A team. The B team gets the Tennessee Titans Buffalo Bills game on Monday, the first game on Monday Night Football. And Dan Orlovsky?
Dan Orlovsky.
Who actually played for the Bucks for a short period of time.
That's right. He was a backup Bucks player. Yeah, he was a quarterback.
Apparently, Dan Orlovsky, this happened during their broadcast, and apparently he sneezed or held in a sneeze.
Oh.
So something didn't come out of his mouth, but something came out of his butt.
It's got to go one direction or another. I mean, you can't keep it in forever.
If the girls do that around the house, I call that a snoot.
A sneeze toot is a snoot?
Wow, I didn't think it happened often enough to warrant a name, but
see if that's in the Urban Dictionary. See if snoot's in there.
Yeah, we're going to add it.
Here's the audio. This is from Monday Night Football on ESPN.
Now, the big change is the commitment to running the football.
That was so clear.
Oh, did you hear that?
Wait, so the announcer did it?
That's the guy talking. He stopped talking.
Wait a minute.
Butt mic'd?
Who the hell do you think did it?
I don't.
Did you just say, "Oh wait, the announcer did it"? Who do you think
first
we're
I thought-
talking about? Who do you think did it?
I thought they were interviewing a player or something afterwards, and the player was like, "Yeah, it was good," and then he did it.
No, this is Dan Orlovsky, and he's doing analysis.
Now, the big change is the commitment to running.
It is crystal clear. It's like they have a mic up his butt.
I know. What the heck?
It's like he literally lowered his mic. He's like, all right, hold on.
You know, they have those guys with those big, like, salad bowls that you see holding on the sidelines.
Like Uni holds those things for the Bucks.
That's right.
Maybe one of those picked it up.
You're right. Unitard, who used to be with us over on the MJ Morning Show years ago, he was an intern. Unitard. He now travels with the Bucks, and he's with the Bucks on the local sidelines here, and he holds one of those. It's called a parabolic.
Are those things that strong?
I mean, they pick up sound.
They do. Yeah, they do a good job. So when you see them holding those big, giant, concave, like, discs, it's a parabolic mic where it collects the sound inside, like, the big bowl. It's like a giant bowl at a salad bar. I'm telling you.
That's all it is.
That's what it's like. You know, you go to a steakhouse salad bar where they have the self-serve salad bar. They got the giant bowl of lettuce. Just jam a microphone in the middle of the thing, and you got yourself an NFL sideline microphone deal. So I don't think that was aimed at the guy's butt.
No.
I think it was just the guy's toot was so loud. It was just the regular headphone mic that picked it up.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
I know that he spoke about this, and I know you're probably going to get to that, and I don't know what he said. But, you know, there have been times, like I remember, MJ, one time I was in here with you. I think it was just you, me, and Andrew. And I, like, bumped my stomach or bumped this chair, I think Fester's chair, up against this. And it makes, like, a squeaky toot noise. And you even looked at me, and you're like, what was that? And then I repeated the noise, and I was like, it was the chair. It was the chair. And I repeated it. Could it have been a chair? Could it have been a squeaky chair? Are we sure that we can identify this as passing gas?
I mean, you can do a deep dive if you want, Roxanne. However, it sounds like a fart.
I don't think there's anything that you can suggest that this was anything other than a...
I mean, that thing is pretty crisp and clear.
It is.
Now, the big...
Do you hear the little...
But there was a delay. Usually you'd think it would, like, come out at the same time.
A lot of
Closer
times,
to.
yeah, if you're doing the little squeeze on your sneeze, you'd think that the toot
Simultaneous.
would be, or very quickly
Right.
thereafter. There was a bit of a little toot delay there. You're 100% right.
Now, the big...
All right, so you hear the little ka-choot. First of all, what kind of sneeze is that? Who goes ka-choot?
I mean, I think he was holding the sneeze. He was mid-word, and he might have pinched his nose or held his breath.
Now, the big change is the commitment to running the football.
The big
Now, does he
change is
sound-
you just blew out a toot.
Okay, so there's the speed of sound. There's the speed of light.
It's Monday Night Toot Ball.
That is the speed of toot because it moved from his head to the sneeze all the way through his body out the backside.
And then
That's
what's the
a-
speed of smell?
That's a better toot than the Wendy Williams toot. If you're to compare the
Or
two,
there was a Jimmy Johnson toot as well. Remember, Jimmy Johnson on
the old man.
Jimmy Johnson, NFL on Fox.
Oh.
He once did a toot on the set on Fox. This is the NFL on.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Just had an insure, boy. Sorry.
I love all these fart forensics that we're doing.
Fart Rensics. It's a new show on CBS coming this fall.
So Dan Orlovsky, not only is he an excellent analyst, he's quite the tutor.
I mean, that thing is something to be proud of.
So during the game, they were in Buffalo, and they were talking about eating buffalo chicken wings.
Oh, come on.
And Dan Orlovsky made a big deal about how he tried blue cheese because
Are
he
you kidding
hates
me?
blue cheese.
Are you
He's like,
kidding me?
well, there's two dips for buffalo wings.
But did he really talk about
There's
this?
ranch dip and there's blue cheese dip.
That's
And the
funny.
guys were making a thing in the studio about how he hates blue cheese.
I hate blue cheese. I had some last.
one of his tweets back were, I should have avoided the blue cheese.
Well, that's true. So he did say it early on Tuesday morning. So Monday Night Football went to like 11 o'clock at night or so. And then early on Tuesday morning, early yesterday morning, Orlovsky seemed on social media to blame blue cheese for making him gassy. And I guess he had buffalo wings with blue cheese dipping sauce. And that's what he claims gave him the... Yes.
No.
What do you mean, no?
no. Roxanne will do a deep analysis on this
Well,
guy's
hang on,
butt.
we're running really late, so I need you to go quickly.
I'll just make it very quick.
Yes.
He's still denying it. Dan is still denying that he did that. He was just kind of having fun on Twitter, but he said to a fan, no, I did not do that. And when someone came after him on Twitter, he's like, LOL, I wish I did, but I didn't. I'm the most self-deprecating human alive. I'd say it if I did it.
I don't know. That sounded the guy sneezed and then there was a bloop. So I'm going with fart. That's what I'm going with.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah,
please.
Exactly. Hey, we got early morons in the news next, and a spectacular chunk of early morons at that. So stand by. It is next here on the MJ Morning Show. Steve Elizabeth. this David Muir, ABC World News Tonight opening vamp music could mean just one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Morons in the News. From MJ Morning Show News Headquarters on 4th Street in the Koger Plaza in St. Petersburg, this is Morons in the News. What do you think?
We now use news music as a rejoin?
Well, the Morons in the News are
I guess
news stories.
Yeah,
so
Just mix it up.
Yeah.
Hey, exactly, Roxanne.
Okay.
I'm just mixing it up.
Okay. Good. David Muir.
So, you ever notice David Muir? He's got the little skinny ties. The guy's got one suit. I'm telling you, he's like the Blues Brothers. Seriously, the guy's got one jacket, he's got one shirt, and he's got like one tie, and it's one of those little bitty skinny ties, like he's like some kind of piano player at some kind of bar.
It's almost like he should have a tip jar on the news desk.
No, I'm serious. The guy has like one outfit. Just pointing it out.
Thanks.
All right. Early Morons in the News. You know, we didn't get to this yesterday. Did you see that a train collided with a truck in Lakeland and the truck was loaded with Pedialyte?
Yeah, I saw that.
So what is it about tractor trailers just getting stuck on the tracks or something? What is it? What is it that is magnetizing
It really is.
the tracks to just stop these trucks dead? You ever see the video of the watermelon truck that got stuck? A big old like tractor trailer filled with watermelons got stuck on like some tracks in Georgia. And sure enough, here comes the train and just nails the truck, and the watermelons, went everywhere.
They explode on impact.
Yeah, did you take my train sound effect off the soundboard? Did that disappear? Or is that still up there? Hang on a sec. Yeah, the train sound effect would be great here. All right. Yeah, so it's not there anymore. All right, so this happened on Sunday morning, and crews had to clean up a mixture of diesel fuel and Pedialyte.
Well, you want to talk about an awesome energy drink?
There's a hell of a combination right there.
Yeah, that'll hydrate you.
No kidding.
New Dieselite.
That's marketable.
There we go. Yeah, it happened at 6:30 Sunday morning, intersection of New Tampa Highway and Airport Road in Lakeland. And last I saw the crash, according to investigators, the truck was on the tracks and the crash caused the Pedialyte to get blasted all over the road. And then some of the diesel fuel from the truck tank also leaked all over the place. So Pedialyte, that's not just for little kids anymore.
Well, that's the thing, man. Have
They're
you
now
ever-
pushing it on adults. I saw
They
a
are.
commercial. I'm serious. I saw a commercial recently where it's called Pedialyte, as in like, pediatrician, right? It's
So they should change the name to Adulty Light.
Adulty-Light, yeah.
Starting to market it towards people,
Dude,
right?
what do you do with your mic over there? What?
Maybe it's my wire laying on it.
Just get...
So they have like a Pedialyte sport drink that's like supposed to take some of Gatorade's market share?
Yeah, so seriously, now Pedialyte, which it's always been like a kid drink to replace electrolytes in kids when they're sick or whatever. I just literally in the last week or two, I saw a commercial where they're pushing Pedialyte on adults, and it was like some active woman that was involved in some sporting activity, and she's touting drinking Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was at a Walgreens near Buccaneer headquarters, and I walk in, and then behind me comes this huge SUV. Out comes a Buccaneer defensive lineman.
Yeah.
It was Gerald McCoy. So I walk in, and I don't acknowledge he's shopping. He went to the Pedialyte aisle and grabbed like 20 of them, and went right to the checkout and bought them all and put them
Really?
in his, so I'm like, what a baby.
Did you ask him why he was buying
I
Pedialyte?
told him why he's buying Pedialyte. Hey, you baby. drinking baby drinks, huh, Gerald? And he could have ripped my head off and killed me.
Did
at
you
that
really
time.
say that?
No,
You
of
need
course.
your mommy, Gerald?
Yeah.
Your mommy?
Hey, Gerald, your mommy.
Where's your mommy?
Get your diaper changed.
Of course not. Gerald McCoy would rip my head
Hey,
off.
speaking of Buccaneers, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
All right, before I continue with the early morons in the news, I'm walking the dogs on Monday night. And on Monday night, I noticed when I started walking the dogs, there was a little kid's like go-kart type device. It was like a whitish go-kart. And I can tell, yeah, this is some kind of battery-powered, it wasn't gas-powered. It was some kind of battery-powered kid's go-kart. And it was just on the side of the street. It was like pulled over. You know, when you go down a residential street and you have a sidewalk, you'll have that little strip of grass from the street till you get to the sidewalk. And this little go-kart was pulled off on the side. I walked by it. I'm like, what's that? Where are the kids? Who left this thing here? And then as I'm circling back around, I do about a 2-mile walk with my dogs every night. As I'm coming back around, I see a guy in a Tesla SUV, not the one that you have, the more expensive Tesla SUV.
The X with the bat wing doors.
Yeah,
I have a Y.
You bought your wife the cheap one, right?
I don't think any of them are cheap.
I mean, okay.
So I notice when I'm walking back with the dogs, the go-kart device is still on the side of the road, and then there's a SUV, a Tesla SUV. I guess this whole family, they must like battery-powered crap. So there's a guy, pretty decent-sized guy, who's lifting up the go-kart and putting it into the back of the SUV. And I notice that there's another family. It's a guy and a woman, and they're walking a dog, and they had a kid on a little bicycle, so they're watching the kid. And he is, I don't know, 50 or 75 feet ahead of me. He's talking to the guy who's lifting up the go-kart and putting it into the back of the SUV. So the guy loads up the SUV, then he takes off. And at that point, I'm just crossing paths with the other family walking their dog, and I'm like, who's that? And he said he rattled off some linebacker's name for the Buccaneers, and
You don't remember?
apparently I forgot the guy's name.
What an anticlimactic story.
That's
That's the worst story ever.
bring up the Bucks roster. Let me see if I can recognize the name.
We don't need to go down all
Wow.
50 some odd players.
So I had no idea that this Buccaneer dude lives in my neighborhood, and apparently his kid's battery-powered go-kart ran out of juice, and he had to go pick it up and stick it in the back of his Tesla SUV.
Come on,
Is
kid.
it Shaquille Barrett?
You know what? I think it was.
I don't. Okay.
come on.
No. I think it was. I think that's the name that I said. Hey, who is that?
Oh, or was it KJ Britt?
No, it was not.
I think it
Was
was.
it Levante David?
Nope.
I think it was.
I think it
think it
was.
was.
Seriously, I think it was I think it was Barrett.
Maybe it was Kevin Minter.
No, definitely not.
Was it one of the old school players?
I'm
like
trying to
Hardy
remember.
Nickerson or
Guys,
something?
no, it's a current Bucks player because I did hear. I heard the neighbors say to the guy, "Yeah, things got a little scrappy toward the end there," and he was like,
stop
"Oh yeah."
Talking to me about my job.
And that was obviously the Mike Evans fight with Marshawn. What the hell's his last name?
Lattimore from the
Lattimore.
Saints.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they were talking about the scrappy end of the game, and then I'm like, "Hey," I figured that the guy was a Buck, and I just didn't know. I didn't recognize him. And the neighbor said, "Oh yeah, that's what's the name you said? The first one."
Hardy Nickerson?
No, Roxanne.
Shaquille
Derek
Barrett.
Brooks.
Shaquille
No.
Barrett.
Derek Brooks.
Shaquille Barrett.
Yes, Shaquille Barrett.
So I think that's the name. I think that's whose kid's go-kart went dead in my neighborhood. And I asked the neighbor, "Hey, where does he live?" And he gave the basic. It said where it was, and it wasn't like right nearby.
Far
But
enough for the battery to run out.
He had to drive a distance to go pick up the go-kart.
Wow.
It wasn't like on my street. It was quite a distance away. So I guess his kid drove the go-kart very far from the house, and that's why it died on the street.
Come on, kid.
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. my observation. I didn't have a Buccaneer run-in. I just had an observation of a Buck situation with another neighbor in the neighborhood.
Texters are confirming Shaquille Barrett. He just moved to South Tampa this year.
Is that okay?
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, that's the name. When I said to the guy walking the dog after the football player left, I'm like, hey, who is that? And he said, oh, that was Shaquille Barrett. I'm like, oh, cool. So there you have it.
Like, who?
I'm glad we remembered his name because that story had no payoff otherwise.
What are you talking about? There's no payoff.
No,
Faster.
because you remembered his name. That's the
hang
only
on.
way. Because you're like, I
Wait a
don't
minute.
remember his name.
And then as I continued to walk my dog, his Tesla was dead because the battery ran out in that, just like his kid's go-kart.
And then the kid had to pick him up in the go-kart.
Yes. Come on in, Dad.
That's a story.
So, all right, I got to continue with, I got a little sidetracked here. I got to continue with Morons in the News in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. So we will do a chunk 2. Also, speaking of football, that's unfair. What some of the Bucs fans did to that restaurant fester in New Orleans, that's not right. All right, so, of course, we had Buccaneers that traveled to the Big Easy because the Bucs were on the road in New Orleans. Of course, we beat Jameis Winston. Did anyone throw any crab legs onto the field for Jameis? Yeah, a little throwback to the shoplifting incident up in Tallahassee.
Yeah, they refer to stuff from 10 years ago. Yes. It's all right.
So, no, there's a restaurant situation. All right, hold on to that thought. We've got to talk about the restaurant situation in New Orleans involving Bucs fans, apparently. And you know what? It's not right. I'll explain it all next. Hang on. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. MJ, I got Fester, I got Froggy, I got Roxanne. Froggy and his Hal Herman alter ego working on some maiden voyage debut of a brand new radio game show. We're calling it Crackhead Karaoke for no other reason than it's just funny.
Yes.
I just find Crackhead Karaoke, I find the alliteration to be somewhat humorous, and it is a game where you get to call in, and it is sort of a karaoke version of the Impression Connection. And this thing will either be a hit or this is going to be a gigantic dud flop, because there are a couple of like logistical and technical complications with this where I have
disagree.
to put on a different headphone.
I disagree.
It sounds like there are too many moving pieces to this thing. Anyway, that'll be forthcoming. We might even get to it this hour. So the debut, the pilot episode of Crackhead Karaoke. What are you smiling at over there?
Because I'm just thinking about, I'm trying to say this the right way, but I'm actually a good hummer.
Okay.
Okay.
But
You should be good at this game.
This is Roxanne's game.
All right. So why do you have to say it the right way? Can you explain that to me, please?
Because I just didn't want to say something, that you could grab and capture and replay out of context.
Well, you just said you're a good hummer.
Yeah. So I said it the right way. In any case,
What would be the wrong way to say it?
I do good hum. I don't know. Like there's
Then
something.
what would you say?
What would be-
sexual, sexual connotation
I
with
don't.
that word.
I don't see that as
Okay.
What are you
sexual.
talking
So
about?
what would be the wrong way to say that?
The same words she said, just in
Fester,
a different
pipe
context.
down.
He knows.
Pipe down. What
No,
would?
Fester, you say it.
No.
You say it.
No. What would be the wrong way to say that?
I think like something like I do good humming.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it.
Okay. So, anyways, do you hear me humming over here in the corner sometimes, MJ?
Sometimes, yeah.
So I think I'm going to be okay. at this
Everybody
game.
knows about your humming skills.
All right. Well, stand by. That's coming up in just a bit. Hey, I have an issue here. And while, yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints have a nasty rivalry, when the teams meet, there are words exchanged. It's not a friendly meeting. We have fights like the Mike Evans fight. He was suspended for one game. Now, he appealed the suspension. There should be a final decision on Mike Evans' suspension later today, from what I understand. But I don't think this is right. Apparently, Tampa Bay fans were in New Orleans for the game and left nasty reviews on Google Reviews for some restaurants. What are you laughing at? Is this funny to you?
I mean,
would the fans even have to be in New Orleans? They could do it from
No,
there.
you wouldn't have to be in New
Right.
Orleans,
No.
but it is thought that maybe some fans went to the restaurant wearing Buccaneers jerseys or paraphernalia. They had a hard time, or someone gave them a hard time. Whatever the story is, whether it was a Buccaneer fan actually in New Orleans at a restaurant, or whether it was just Buccaneers fans right here in the Tampa Bay area saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to screw up the Google reviews of some New Orleans restaurants. And case in point is a place called Blue Oak Barbecue. And at Blue Oak Barbecue in New Orleans, apparently a bunch of Buccaneers fans left nasty messages. And there was even somebody that left a message saying Tampa trolls, writing 1-star reviews on Google and Yelp.
All right.
I know a couple restaurateurs in New Orleans. I wouldn't mind their place getting blown up
Hold
like
on.
that.
Here's a 1-star review left for Blue Oak Barbecue. At Mike Evans 13 _ has been banned from Blue Oak Barbecue for life. You are a disgrace, sir. So,
Well, hold on.
and then the Buccaneers started responding.
Well, they started
Yeah,
it.
shots fired by Blue Oak Barbecue.
Now they put a well, that's what I'm saying here.
They're dumb.
Blue Oak Barbecue has banned Mike Evans for life, and yes, Blue Oak Barbecue. Apparently, they put
Okay.
up a sign in their window of
And
Mike.
you feel bad for these guys?
Hold on. Yeah, you're way off base, MJ. I
talking about?
thought somebody went to Yelp and was like,
Random
Yeah, that's
restaurant.
what I thought.
Emerald
Hang on a minute.
Sphinx, you know,
Hold on. Apparently, that has happened as well.
that's collateral damage.
People were leaving nasty messages. Not only that's what I said.
I'm
It
going
was
to leave a nasty
it
message
was-
on Blue Oak Barbecue.
Blue Oak Barbecue in New Orleans and some other places were getting nasty reviews. Now, Blue Oak Barbecue apparently did put up a sign in their front door window of Mike Evans with the circle and the red line through his face, and it said, "This is a no Mike Evans establishment." Now, that precipitated apparently some of the nasty reviews, but still, come on, really?
That's exactly right. If this place is taking a shot at Mike Evans, and it's reasonable for internet trolls to hit him online.
But they were also hitting other New Orleans mainstays, like some of the famous places.
Then who cares? Because everybody knows the food in New Orleans is great, and the restaurants are
Except
all
that
good.
Blue Oak.
Yeah,
I
Blue
heard
Oak barbecue.
How good could it be? They use oak that's blue.
Oh.
Obviously, it's bad.
Yuck.
Use normal
Listen,
oak.
I don't think it's fair to, because people really utilize those Google reviews, and one or two nasty reviews that may be completely unwarranted
They deserve it.
can drag a restaurant down.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, they should have thought about this before that.
Listen,
All right, so if Mise en Place says that Aaron Rodgers can't come to their restaurant,
We won't serve you cheese, Aaron.
yeah, and then
That's
Packer,
a Josh Beard award-winning
and
restaurant.
then Packer fans say, "Oh, this place stinks," which obviously it doesn't.
guys, let me give you examples here. We've talked about this in the past. Restaurants really rely on these reviews. Google reviews have turned into a bigger thing than Yelp.
Yes.
All right? Let's be honest. And I've seen and heard stories that somebody had a hard time finding a parking spot because a place was busy. So they leave the place a 1-star lousy review, and it drags down their average. That's not
get better parking.
That's not fair. I don't think that's right. And then as I segue away from this, I had a story a couple of days ago, which I think is very fitting right now, is that it's impossible to get a hold of Google, right?
Mhm.
It's impossible. And I have heard many times restaurant owners that are getting trolled. I've got friends in the restaurant business or friends in business in general, and there are times where they have been trolled, where their reviews have been smacked unwarranted, where somebody, whether it's competition or someone with an axe to grind, will just drill them with a nasty review. It happens all the time on Google. And it is impossible to get a hold of Google. Try to get someone on the phone. Try to send an email. And case in point, and this is the. Are you tired over there? You're yawning up a storm over there. I've looked at you 5 times this morning, and every time I look at you, you're yawning.
It's not the content; it's my household. Go ahead.
All right, I'm just checking because it sounds like, am I boring you
No,
over here?
no.
No,
I just said.
MJ
It's Javiana. Go ahead.
Listen, MJ with restaurant analytics. I mean, don't get me wrong.
but-
as compelling as it is,
But wait a minute. Here's the point. Here's an example of how tough it is to get a hold of Google. Google accidentally sent a $250,000 check to one of the tech guys, who I guess is an independent contractor working for Google. I guess this is a security expert who does work with Google, was sent a $250,000 check by Google, which was a mistake. And then the guy couldn't even get a hold of Google to say, hey, you guys, you sent me a check for $250,000. Yeah. Sam Curry, he's a security professional at Yuga Labs, develops NFTs, the whole non-fungible token deal. That is one of the biggest scams and rackets ever. Anyway, his bank account was jacked up by $249,999. And suddenly the money is put into his account by Google. And this guy's a bug bounty hunter. He works as like an independent contractor, helping these tech companies, find flaws and bugs, etc. And he didn't spend the money because he knows it's not his. We've talked about these stories where these idiots, they'll get an accidental deposit in their bank account, and suddenly thousands or hundreds of thousands or even sometimes millions will show up erroneously in a bank account. You can't spend that money. That is not your money to spend. So you need to tell the bank. You will get arrested. So this guy knows it. He's not going to fall for a mistake with an accidental $250,000 deposit from Google in his bank account. So he's spending all of this time. So he's even doing work. He's even like a security expert here. And he still can't get a hold of Google to say, hey, guys, you accidentally put $250,000 into my bank account. You don't owe me that much money. So he keeps trying to contact Google. Didn't hear back for weeks. He didn't hear back from Google. So he starts posting on social media, tagging at Google. It's been a little over 3 weeks since Google randomly sent me $249,999, and I still haven't heard anything on the support ticket. Is there any way to get in touch with Google? So this is an example. This is a total example of Google is so big, so tough to get a hold of, they accidentally put $250,000 in a guy's bank account, and he can't even get a hold of them to say, hey, you guys made a mistake.
Yeah, Google's lucky this guy even tried to reach out to him at all.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like, good luck, Google.
So finally, a Google spokesperson said, our team recently made a payment to the wrong party as a result of human error. We appreciate that it was quickly communicated to us by the impacted partner. We're working to correct it. So I guess it's been corrected now. But that's just an example that Google is so flippin' big, you can't even get a hold of anybody. If you have an issue or if you are a restaurant or a place of business where you just have a whole string of nasty reviews that are erroneous and it's just intended to screw up your business.
Do you even believe those reviews anymore? Whenever I see like really negative reviews about stuff, I'm just like...
Because if you see a verified review and you see people leave reviews, I tend to believe them. All right, we start next, the giant chunk of the MJ Morning Show. We've got a couple of challenges. First of all, Roxanne, you maybe thought I didn't hear you, but I heard you all right. Okay. We have a big challenge for Roxanne. This is either going to go well or if it's going to go really, really badly. All right, hold on. What is it? We'll explain next, and there's a lot coming up in the next long chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. 5, it is 7:23. I got a little text from Froggy. Hey, I'm in the bathroom if I don't make it back in time. Hey, thanks for checking in, Froggy. I appreciate your... You know what's gross, though, is he's, on his phone and he's on the toilet on his cell phone. And, they do say that cell phones and that screen could be even dirtier than a toilet seat. You've heard that, right?
Yeah, he's disgusting.
Yeah, anyway, so Froggy is not back. All right, Roxanne, do you have any idea what this challenge is that we have? By the way, welcome, folks. MJ Morning Show, Q105, Fester, Froggy, me, MJ, and, of course, Roxanne. Do you have any idea? We were talking about something yesterday, and you said, I'll do it, and I don't know if you know that I heard you say that. It did not
Yeah, you didn't acknowledge it.
I didn't, but guess what? I took it in. I might have not acknowledged it on the air because I had a different motive in mind.
Ooh, you little absorber of information, you. Yes.
So do you have any idea what this challenge might be?
When I just walked back in the studio, I assumed the challenge was an arm wrestling challenge because you guys know what a good arm wrestler I am.
Yeah.
But
So I
hold
thought
on.
that we were going to do that, but now I just figured it out.
So you know what it is?
I do know what it is now.
Well, first of all, if you said, I didn't acknowledge it on the air, wouldn't you remember exactly what it was we were talking about? That you said, I'll do it, and I didn't acknowledge it?
Yeah,
Just-
that was the clue.
That's what I'm saying. When I
Right.
just walked in
Okay,
the door,
all right,
I
all
didn't
right.
know.
See,
When
okay,
you
all
and I
right,
just
all
spoke
right.
now, I figured it out.
Initially, you said, I have a challenge for you. So, Roxanne, her mind goes wild. Oh, maybe it's an arm wrestling challenge. And then you gave the clue. You said something yesterday. I didn't acknowledge it. And you pointed directly to what it might be.
The Roxanne Challenge is coming up in just a matter of moments. Stand by. What is this, a traffic report? We got somebody. All right, someone's on hold, and they've witnessed a crash.
It's Patrick.
All right, it's Patrick. All right, let's say hi. Good morning, Patrick. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Patrick.
Oh, hi there, MJ. How are you?
We are well. So what's the story? What's going on?
So I just drove by the accident. The cab of a semi-tractor trailer is completely demolished, and it looks like there's cases of Coors Light completely covering I-275 southbound. They've got state troopers diverting traffic. It's going to be closed a while.
Oh, my God. All right, where is this? It's 275.
Right there near 98.
All right, so 275 and 98, which is that...
Also, the Highway 50 exit if you're taking like a back way to Claremont and you don't want to go down I-4.
Do you understand, Fester, where exactly is this?
It's in Polk County, right?
Hold on. You said 275 or 75?
So it's actually on 75 southbound. It's before the 275 split off.
All right. Okay. So I thought it was Roxanne. You told me 275.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I wasn't listening to
Yeah,
Patrick. I had to use the
all right.
restroom.
We
I was
just-
just trying to hurry him off the
all right.
phone.
we just want to get this
Yeah.
Coors Light picked up.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So hang on. Let me understand. So it's I-75, and it's northbound or southbound?
It's southbound I-75.
Southbound. So it's south of 98. All the phones are ringing now, and it's before the 275 south split on 75 south.
So is that where like the Groves shopping
Yeah,
area is?
You know the exit 75 southbound, if you were hopping off there to go to like Brooksville?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
that
so it's up there a little bit. Okay.
All right, so you're saying that a tractor trailer has spilled an entire load of Coors Light all over the road?
I got a glimpse of the cases, MJ, and it's cases of something that looked like Coors Light. I was bebopping along at a pretty good click, but it's covering 275 southbound, all the lanes, and the cab of the semi is destroyed.
I wonder what the status of the driver is. What are you laughing at, Froggy?
I'm just thinking of Joey B. like driving past this.
Oh, our former producer
Just
who...
wasn't that his favorite
Well,
beer, and he always dreamed of it
Listen,
flipping over?
He drank a case a night. I'm telling you. All right, so was it a multi-vehicle accident? So how many vehicles were involved?
I just got a glimpse, but there were at least a couple of vehicles involved, and people are parked. They're getting out of their vehicles and walking around. They know they're not going anywhere for a while.
Oh, my God. All right. So
Well, we have a lot of good stuff coming up for entertainment.
don't grab cans and start drinking while you're in traffic.
You know what? Now's the time to have a couple of drinks. You're not going anywhere for a while. If they're still cold, Enjoy them.
I'll tell you what, maybe, Patrick, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, MJ. Have a great day, guys.
You bet.
Thanks.
Maybe we should ask for other calls to confirm which beverage it actually is. Patrick says he drove by fairly quickly and he thought he saw Coors Light.
So I pulled up the traffic map.
Yeah, it's all red.
It is red.
If you're on 75 and you're caught in this traffic jam, and if you're near the accident and you can see what product it is that is spilled all over the road with a ripped open tractor trailer, let us know. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If it's Coors Light, get Smokey and the Bandit out there, right?
Right?
Remember,
Could have saved him a whole trip.
what was that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right. Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm looking at a video right now, live video of traffic, and although I can't see the actual incident, traffic is at a standstill.
Okay. Well, answer the phones because all the lines are ringing. See if anyone can identify what is strewn all over the road. 800-990-1047. So if you're stuck in this massive traffic jam on 75 southbound near 98, and you can identify, you can see what it, I wonder if it's one brand or if there are multiple brands of beverages strewn all over the road.
Oh, man. Imagine the Coors brothers right now making a big Tampa run.
Yep.
Oh, got flipped over on the interstate.
So it's 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. 800-990-1047. All right. Andrew's answering calls in there if anyone happens to know. So,
One time I was at our factory, for the Froggy fixtures business, and I got a call on my phone that there's a late delivery. We're driving to the factory. I see our company's truck tipped over in a ditch and all of our product just in the ditch.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like a mile away from the factory.
So all kinds of like metal parts and shelving and all kinds
just in the mud.
Was it all destroyed or was some of it salvageable?
No, it was salvageable, a lot of it, but
A lot of washing, a lot of picking up.
it was flipped over. I'm like, holy cow, is my product okay?
The hell with the driver. Is my
screw
product
you.
okay?
The driver's like, I'm dying.
Hey, that's fine. All right, listen, your family get over it. But what about my shelves and racks? Are they
There's an upper shelf through my midsection, sir.
Are they bent? Yeah, you gotta
Basic
hang on a
upright
minute.
over your head.
We got a claim that we got a fireman on site, which
You should be.
the caller knows a fireman that's on site. Is that
all right,
it?
yeah.
Hey, I don't. Why would a fireman be calling us from the scene?
Yeah, I'm live at the scene, MJ, but I'm putting off my responsibilities as a first responder to call into
we
the
got
show.
a guy that's stuck in the cab, but it's on fire. But I want to call you first.
Hey, what's the rock the cash box word this hour?
It's coming up in half an hour
I
at
love
8
you
o'clock.
guys. All right.
Hey, John, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I just wanted to confirm that, a buddy of mine is a fireman on the scene, and it's not a good sight, but there is Coors Light everywhere. So that definitely is Coors Light.
Thank you very much. So you confirmed hey, Patrick had a good eye. Patrick rolled right by, and he said he thought he saw Coors Light cans all over the road. And here's John to confirm. Hey, John, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it.
You got it, brother. Take care.
All right. Look at that. It is Coors Light all over
Wow.
I-75. So as you drive by, open the window or open the door and, do the reach down,
Going to get a pretzel truck to flip over right next to it.
That'd be great.
Be like we're at a bar.
Or the mixed nuts.
Mixed nuts truck.
Can I ask you a question? Do you really, if you're at a bar, do you really want to eat out of that little dish of pretzels or mixed nuts, not knowing
After a couple drinks, yeah.
not knowing what kind of fecal fingers might have been in there prior to you?
In the old days, you did. I don't think people do it as much now. You get your own little bowl.
No
if
way,
life has led you to the bar, the last thing you're worried about is germs on the pretzels.
Germs on nuts.
You're hoping they take you.
That's the last thing Roxanne's worried about. She's like,
Did you just say?
That's another one, Andrew.
Hey, pull that ISO right there. Roxanne
Germs
talking
on
about
nuts.
germs on nuts.
Roxanne's like, I don't care how germy those nuts are.
Hey,
ISO fester.
hey, heads up for Shorty Shane. Shorty Shane is due in any moment. He's on the way. Hey, Shorty Shane, just text me when you're here. Shorty Shane is going to be shooting a video with us later today.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're shooting a couple of videos for the big cash contest. So, sure, we got
What do
a
you
couple.
need, a stunt double? Get it?
You're a comedian. Yeah, you're a funny guy, aren't you?
Froggy, I didn't see that joke coming.
Real funny guy over there.
Thanks.
Whoa, Froggy brought his jokes
Look
today.
at that. All right, Roxanne, are you ready for this challenge?
Oh,
yeah, I
man.
know what it is.
All right, tell me what the challenge is.
It's that stupid one chip challenge that I said yesterday. I'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. You guys
Yeah.
got those?
Well,
Who's going to do it with me?
I sent Fester. Now, Fester, did you find them quickly or you have to dart around from store to store?
I went to a couple of places until I realized how to shop for them because I thought they would be like on the regular chip aisle.
Right.
And I went to a Circle K. I went to a 7-Eleven
No.
locally.
It's an
And-
impulse buy.
Okay, well, hold on. They, not only
Why did you buy 4 of them?
For the four of us.
Well, I kind of got put together and sold by the 7-Eleven clerk.
How much were they?
What do you mean? Wait a minute. How did you get put together? So you got them at 7-Eleven?
I bought them at 7-Eleven.
How did you get put together and sold by the 7-Eleven
You
clerk?
got upsold by a clerk?
I told you to walk into a store, buy one of the Pocky One Chip Challenge chips. Now, if you don't know what this is, it is, do they deliberately shape this like a coffin?
Yeah, they did.
All right.
There's a
So,
skull on it. So, yes.
the box is shaped like a coffin, and first of all, this is a brilliant marketing tactic to sell one tortilla chip for $10. How much were they?
$10.
Okay.
It was like
What?
it was
You
eight-
spent
they were-
$40?
They were $8.99
Dude,
each.
on 4 chips?
They're $8.99 for one
All right.
chip in a box and a little package.
All right, this is an experience, though. It's not like you're buying a bag of chips for to have with your lunch. This
All
is,
that and a bag of chips.
So I go.
I hate when people say that. And if
yeah,
anyone
that's so
says
gross.
that to me, all that in a bag of chips, I want to hit them. I'm telling you right now, I might be arrested for battery. Next person that says to me, oh, yeah, it's all that in a bag of chips.
Is that a problem, though? A
I'm
lot
gonna-
of people say that to you.
Oh, I'm going to slug them. I hate that expression. Where did that come from? What is the origin of that?
the Lay's marketing department.
All that in a bag of chips. So yesterday on the way home, I call Fester. I'm like, Fester, why don't you go pick up one of those One Chip Challenge 2022 chips from Pocky? Now, the reason why we brought this up is we had a story yesterday about warnings and kids are being hospitalized. So doctors are warning parents, careful, because some kids have ended up in the emergency room with this one tortilla chip for the challenge that this company is selling, and they use like the hottest peppers on the planet. And that's the whole premise here. I'm holding it up on MJTV. So if you're not aware, we do the whole show on camera as well, not just on the radio and podcasting, but the whole show is also on MJTV, on video every morning. So I'm holding up all 4 boxes now.
I think you dropped one. I think I bought 5 behind you, by the glass.
Yeah, look at it. Hey,
So because
you're right. There's one back here on the floor. There's 5 of them.
they had 5,
Right.
and I
You
bought.
spent $50 on 5 chips?
Well, you said buy one.
47.
First of all, this is marketing genius that they can get people to spend $9 on one freaking tortilla chip
really is.
that's got some pepper dust on it. All right?
How can we sell anything?
So
A jelly bean?
Yeah, the spiciest jelly bean.
A peanut?
I'm getting some really bad messages.
What are you getting?
Like, I've gotten 10 messages, don't do it.
Okay.
Your mouth will be on fire. Water will make it worse. You'll get nauseous. The sweats then be on the toilet with just one bite.
You need to close that
Well,
text
yeah.
out.
Well, let's do it.
So yeah, I go to the.
You're in.
I went to several places.
Not I'm in. You're in.
They apparently keep them behind, not impulse like near the
They
Hubba
keep
Bubba.
them behind the counter?
Behind the counter.
Well, because I'm sure this
Really?
is like a tempting shoplifting item because it's one freaking chip for $10.
So I originally bought 3, thinking, if maybe a couple of us do it, who knows how it's going to
Yeah,
work out?
yeah.
Maybe we give it out to a lucky loser winner. And then I was like, the woman goes, well, I have 5. What the hell are you going to do with 3? Why don't you just buy all 5?
What's the logic behind that?
Yeah, you fell for that?
Well, she's like,
You got put together by a 7-Eleven clerk?
well, she's like, nobody has bought more than one of these, and you're buying 3? And I'm like, yeah, I'm buying 3. Like,
Well,
I'll
I'll
take
tell
all
you what.
3.
Roxanne was so eager. So after we did the story yesterday about kids getting hospitalized by eating these Pocky. Am I saying it right? P-A-Q-U-I, Pocky?
I think you should say Pakai.
Pocky,
Pakai.
whatever it is. It's the one chip challenge. And we did an item yesterday. The kids were ending up in the hospital because they're so damn hot. And I said, hey, we ought to have, the crew try this out. And Roxanne, you said, I'll do it.
I just had when you're drunk at a party and you're just like, let's light our hair on fire. And I was like, I'll do it. Like, it was just like a stupid,
let's light our hair
response.
on fire. Hey, you want to go on a school bus with a fire extinguisher and spray it all over everyone? That's what you say, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Like that,
Somebody
like that,
just did that.
Like that idiot. Why do you think I brought it up?
Yeah.
Like that idiot kid in Pasco County. That's another thing we got to talk about. All right, so Roxanne, instead of the 1-chip challenge, I think you do the 5-chip challenge. I think you jam all 5 of the. Listen, if 1 is hot, then 5's got to be even hotter, right?
I'm not doing a 5-chip challenge. No.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
do 1
bad.
though, right?
I'll try 1.
Wow. Okay, let's just get the show on the road here.
Hold on. We
So,
need some water. We need some.
We don't need anything. All we need is Roxanne's mouth.
Do we have milk?
We need water.
Do we need milk?
ISO that.
That's it.
We have
ISO
sour cream?
what?
What you just said, that is so rude. HR.
Oh, we need Roxanne's mouth.
Oh man! All right, so let me show this on MJTV. I'm opening up the sarcophagus or coffin shape.
Sarcophagus. That's what it is. There's a mummy in it. It's a coffin.
It looks like a coffin for a mummy. It's shaped like. So I'm opening up the box right now. Okay, and inside there is a package with 1 chip. It's 1 freaking chip for $10.
Now, is there gloves? Because in the video we saw people were wearing latex gloves.
No,
I don't know
they
don't
put
give you
their own
gloves.
gloves on.
Okay.
That
So
would take
that-
away from the margins.
Well, they put the gloves on because if you touch the chip and then your eyes start watering and then you start rubbing your eyes, then you're going to get the ghost pepper. Anyway, let me read what this thing is.
Roxanne, you
So,
can't rub your eyes.
This one is the scorpion pepper.
oh.
Turns your tongue blue.
Oh, yeah, that's this year's, the new one.
No, we bought the one from 2017.
Don't got to get hot.
So this is the 2nd year of this chip. by the
Oh,
way.
it is? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So,
And how much more brilliant is that they put out a new chip every year?
all right, so I'm
That's great.
gonna give this to Roxanne right now. Now, Roxanne, we really need you for the remainder of this long MJ Morning Show segment because we're going to be doing the new Crackhead Karaoke in a few minutes.
This might help out Crackhead Karaoke.
All right, so I'm going to open up the package here, Roxanne.
So
Okay.
Stop.
What?
You're not thinking this through.
What am I not thinking through? I'm giving her a chip. She puts it in her mouth, and then her head explodes.
If this-
What am I not thinking through?
If this incapacitates her for an hour,
Oh, come on. How bad could it be?
No, it's not going to incapacitate her.
I like hot food, so
Yeah.
if I'm not like,
Women could always handle it.
I can take a bite, and if it's not working out, then I'll stop.
No, you can't.
No,
You
you have to-
got to
it's
take
a-
the whole.
you have to take
put
the
the
chip.
whole
You should take
chip in
chip.
your mouth.
It's a one bite.
You don't take a little bite off the corner.
One
I'm
bite.
not
Everybody knows the rules.
No. I'm not putting a whole chip in my mouth.
But
Wait a second.
That's
you
not
said
what people do.
it's called the 1-chip
It's
challenge.
the
That's
one
what
chip
you
Don't do it
challenge.
as
You
one
gotta-
bite.
the mom did it like that yesterday that we watched.
You got to take a good bite and not take like a tiny little grain of sand bite off the corner of the chip. All right, here we go.
Yeah, be careful.
Roxanne, I've opened up the chip for you. I'm going to hand this to you right now. All right,
right.
Roxanne, hang on. Could you grab this?
All
Fester, grab
Dump
that.
it out. Fetch it. Don't touch it.
Now hand it to Roxanne.
right. It's,
And Roxanne, can
Okay,
you?
here's what
all
I'm
right,
doing.
so,
I'm
Rox-
So
Oh, there you go.
taking just a little bit of it, and it's
Eat that whole half.
poking out. Okay.
all right,
Oh, God.
all right.
here we
Right.
go.
This isn't good.
Is Roxanne on camera? Is Roxanne on camera? Yes. All right, Roxanne, take a little bit more of the chip
Ew.
out.
Ew.
Take.
I take little
Well,
bites
just
of
smelling
food.
it. Did that just burn your nostrils?
Yeah,
just smelling it.
That's not a good smell. It's not a good smell.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The 1-chip challenge
Wait.
with the scorpion death pepper. All right, Roxanne, take a good bite.
I'm not taking a good bite. I'll take a bite.
Well, you can't take a little bitty bite. You're the one who volunteered and said you would do it.
Yeah.
If you
You're
eat the whole thing, you get a wee.
You're the trooper. All right,
All right.
here we go. And Roxanne, you got to take a real bite.
Let her. Oh.
Okay. All right, a little closer to the microphone so we can hear you crunch.
She took a bite.
All right.
She took a bite.
Are you okay?
She's not okay.
Ew.
She's
oh
not
my,
okay.
Oh, but your tongue is blue.
She's not okay.
Oh my God!
not okay.
All right, Roxanne is pouring.
She's not
She's
okay.
pouring
Okay, hang
water
on.
in her face.
She's
She
not
just
okay.
took her headphones off. Roxanne, are you okay?
That's
not
the
okay.
weirdest cough I've ever heard.
Your tongue is blue. I can see your tongue in your mouth.
All right, Roxanne, let me see
Oh.
your blue tongue.
All right,
Oh.
stick your tongue. Stick your. They say, yeah, water makes it worse. You know, we needed milk.
Milk. What do you guys need to start lactating them?
Somebody please lactate on Roxanne.
Lactate on Roxanne's face? Is that what you're saying? Now you're gargling. Roxanne, are you all right?
Can't be that bad.
Talking to the microphone.
It hurts. It hurts.
Oh, man, I tell you what, you're a trooper.
Did you hear her cough? I never heard a person cough by going,
it hurts. Ow.
Does it hurt?
Roxanne, I give you credit for doing this.
Hey, Froggy, Andrew, we're going to need more water.
No, take another bite. Oh, she just spit on Fester. She just spit it out of her mouth. All right, Roxanne, are you okay? Can you talk?
No, it hurts. It's really bad. It hurts like my upper lip and my esophagus. No.
Can you feel your face?
Are you anaphylactic?
Oh, hold on. What was that? You just heard? Did you just?
It was a quick spit. It wasn't a whole hurl.
Are you okay?
Seriously, Andrew, can you get me some milk? Is there milk in this?
There's no milk here. What is this, a dairy?
Andrew, get a bunch of coffee creamers.
Yeah, let's dump coffee creamer in her. Hold on. You okay?
Yeah, I got coffee creamer here. Just
No, that stuff's old.
Open up the little packets of coffee creamer.
Who cares if it's moldy and old?
No, these coffee creamers live forever.
Roxanne, is it that bad?
It's totally that bad. Like I just took the tiniest bite.
All right, so you took the
She's gurgling.
You
French
took
vanilla.
the tiniest bite, and your face, your mouth is on fire. Does it feel like you've been napalmed?
This is bad. This is not good. Nobody should ever do this.
So Roxanne took a good-sized bite.
Yeah, she did. All right, hold it up to the camera. All right. Hey, hold it up to the camera. Is the camera still on Roxanne?
Yeah,
because our producer disappeared.
So I'm rolling video while she's throwing up everywhere, and I'm holding the a chip.
This
No,
is
don't
why.
do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
it's a chip, Fester. This is why kids are ending up in the hospital.
Yeah. Seriously.
Unbelievable. Andrew, is the camera on Roxanne? It is. Okay.
Okay, we have more coffee creamer, Roxanne.
All right. So if you want to just open up the coffee creamers,
That's bad stuff. I do not like that at all.
I do
not like that.
You want to take one more bite?
No, you can.
I am not Fester. You got put together because I'm not eating. There's no way. After I just saw Roxanne nearly rip her head off. I'm not eating this stuff.
So Andrew got you some French vanilla creamer, a couple of hazelnuts. And
you have 4 other boxes. How did you? I told you to get one damn chip, and you end up walking out with 5 of them.
I'm going to be turning the receipt into our corporate office.
Hey, Froggy, you want to try one?
Good luck.
Hey, Froggy, how about
medically, I can't.
What do you mean medically you can't?
It's my stomach, and I got to do the Hal's coming. I got to let him in.
Yeah, we got it. Listen.
Roxanne, she's spitting on. Are you spitting in a trash can?
Yeah, we have a trash can here.
That was
and
coffee creamer spit.
Roxanne is taking some French vanilla coffee creamers, swishing it in her mouth, and then spitting them out.
Ew.
Oh my God! Hang on,
This is just disgusting.
I just got a text from Julian. Hang on. My son Julian, apparently his good friend Trey, one of the Fudge Boys.
That's the worst name for a group of boys.
One of the Fudge Boys.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Julian's in class already. I don't know. Hey, Julian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so I just got your text. So your buddy Trey Fudge did the 1-chip challenge. You got yours at,
we did it like about a year ago.
You got the first chip a year ago at 7-Eleven, and your friend Trey Fudge, he did the challenge?
Yeah, I was with Jack, and we stopped at a 7-Eleven, like on the Pinellas.
Yeah, I don't need the location of it.
All right, so what happened when Trey took the chip?
Basically, we're sitting at the gas pump, right? And we go in and we get the chip, and then we come back out, and he was incapacitated for like 25 minutes.
He was incapacitated.
I had to go back in the store with him to get milk.
Oh, my God. Did he turn all red and everything?
Yeah, he went through a whole half gallon of milk.
All right, how much of the chip? Because Roxanne took... Roxanne, you probably took...
He ate the entire chip.
Oh, he ate the entire chip. Roxanne is like virtually hurling in here. Roxanne, you ate what, 10% of the chip, maybe?
Listen, this is what I ate. I'm going to hold up this chip right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She ate a corner of the chip.
I'm afraid to touch it, but...
It was a good-sized bite.
Look at...
All right, well, hold up to the camera so I can see it.
Look at how much... it's like a little mouse nibbled on it. It's not a...
Oh, my God. So just eating 10% of the chip did that to you.
So this is what I'm feeling right now. My nose is running like crazy. So that's a good thing because my sinuses are cleared out. I'm not hating on that, but then like my whole inside of my mouth, like my tongue is still blue. When is it not going to be blue? Like you can see, look at my tongue.
Yeah, you have a blue tongue.
You got a big blue streak on your tongue right now.
When is that going to go away? Because I don't like that. And then my whole mouth is just watery. And then it kind of hurts my chest and my heart.
Yeah, that's where your heart is. Yes, it's not the chest, it's the heart.
Is it getting better, or are you still like?
Oh, my lips are burning too.
Oh, your lips are burning. Don't touch your eyeballs.
And I didn't even.
Do not touch your eyeball.
Oh my God.
All right, Julian, go to school, and I'll talk to you soon.
Listen, guys, look at my lips.
Okay,
my lips are like.
Talk to you guys later.
Right.
What's happening?
Wow. So Julian's listening up in Connecticut at boarding school to our live stream, and he had a friend that did this a year ago with, I guess, the first chip, because they introduced these different peppers. And Roxanne,
this is idiotic.
You had the pepper.
You just did it.
I know, but I was doing it more as a PSA to show like the tiniest little bite, and look what can happen.
Yeah, it's the Reaper pepper, scorpion pepper. So I guess it's two peppers, the Reaper pepper and the scorpion pepper, that nearly caused you. Man, they were at a gas pump. They could have lit the whole gas station on fire with this guy's like breathing flames or something.
I wonder if anybody's died.
And Fester,
yeah, right?
Fester walked out of the room. And can you believe he bought 5 of these things?
I don't know why people do this. This is just dumb. It's dumb.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a public service announcement from the MJ Morning Show. Don't eat the Reaper pepper thing.
No, and I love spicy hot food. I really do. But look at how little I took a bite of. MJ, look at that again.
No, it's
just
pretty
a
small.
Little tiny nibble.
All right, so Roxanne's holding it up to the camera. If you want to see this, folks, if you're driving or you're not able to see what just happened with this one chip challenge with this Pocky Reaper Scorpion Pepper deal, it is on MJTV, so you'll be able to watch it later on. MJTV. Just go to MJMorningshow.com. You click on MJTV at the top, and then you can watch us live from 6 to 10, watch the stream live, or you can do a video playback anytime you want.
Look at my lips.
Oh,
They're swollen.
I see it. It looks like you had like lip filler.
injections.
Like you had like those stupid puffy Kardashian lip injections over there. Wow. All right. We got to talk about a situation that's happening in offices and places of business. And I don't know if I've seen it here. Is Shorty Shane in? Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, we set up. Get his mic set up. Could you get his mic set up and everything?
Yes. No. Somebody else can. I'm sorry, Shorty. It's not you. You know I'm very hospitable towards you, but I'm not working for the rest of the day.
Your like voice is all craggly now as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shorty Shane's in the house. Good to see him. All right, so this apparently is happening at offices, and I've seen some pictures. I've seen a lot of chatter about this, and I think I want to go to phones and get confirmation here. Apparently, Generation Z, so people that are in their like early 20s right now and are working, Generation Z, so those in their like early to mid 20s, this apparently is a problem. They are showing up at their jobs almost like they're going clubbing. So it's mostly women. It's mostly young women that are going to work dressed like they're going to a club on a Saturday night with the outfits that they're wearing.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Oh, my gosh.
Did you not hear what I said?
No, none of it. But I feel like it's something I should chime in on.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, say it again.
Generation Z.
Yeah.
Women in Generation Z in their like early to mid 20s apparently are showing up at their jobs dressed like they're going clubbing. And this is like a problem. And it is being recognized. It's being discussed on message boards and Reddit, and it's become like a social media thing. And it's people that have like even corporate jobs. They're showing up like women and 22, 24, 25, 26. They're showing up and it's like they're going to a club.
Like they work in radio or something.
Basically.
But what's happening here is that people are starting to go back to the office. That's been happening obviously for months now, and more people are going back to the office. You know what? I don't know how many calls we'll get on this, but I just wanted to point this out. This is a problem. And bosses are having an issue. And they're having to tell some of these, 20-something women, hey, it's not appropriate. They're coming to work with like the midriff showing. They've got like the whole, Jesus. Are you all right?
Who would do that?
I mean, Roxanne, who would show up to work?
Gosh.
Especially in a place full of men.
Wait a minute, are you wearing something today?
Not today.
Oh, not today.
But there for the grace of God.
But we're talking about an office job where these women look like they're going out to a nightclub and they're trying to pick up guys and get free drinks. All right, let's go to phones. I don't know what kind of response we're going to get, and if we don't, I'll move on. My question is, do you work in a job, in an office, a corporate environment, and you've got some of the younger women that are showing up as if they're going to a club on a Friday or Saturday night?
Breaking news. I feel like $1 million now.
Oh, you feel better now?
Yeah. Now I feel high from it.
Yeah, the endorphins have
Hey,
kicked in.
Hey, time for another bite. Let's go. Round 2 of the one chip chat. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So if you have this issue, if you've experienced this, if you've witnessed this, you're in a corporate gig, an office job, whatever. Maybe it's some other type of job, and the younger women in their 20s, Generation Z, they think it's fully acceptable to show up to work looking like they're going clubbing. All right, 800-990-1047. If you've witnessed this, if it's a problem, if you're a boss, if you know that somebody has gotten a talking to because of this behavior, 800-990-1047. All right, Andrew's screening calls right now. We'll see what kind of calls we get. I don't expect to get massive volume on this, but we'll get what we get. Hey, Shorty Shane in the house. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? I was listening to the one chip thing in the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks.
Oh, man.
I ate it last year.
You did it? Oh, my gosh.
Hey, you want to do it right now?
No.
You want to do it again?
Never.
Hold on. So
I ate like 90% of it.
Roxanne took up one little
I took 2%.
bite.
I ate 2%.
You ate 90% of the chip a year ago, and did it almost kill you?
Yeah.
Because your body mass is small.
You're solid, but yeah.
I was down for like an hour.
You were down. So,
gosh.
wow.
Yeah.
Hey, well, listen, did you hear my son?
Yeah, I heard it on the phone.
Yeah, Julian's friend Trey took it, and they had to run into the store and get milk, and Julian said his friend Trey Fudge was incapacitated for 25 minutes.
Milk and ice cream.
Yeah.
Literally ate like a half a gallon of ice cream.
Holy crap. Unbelievable. All right, so hang on. We got phones on hold here. Let me Anonymous. I love getting anonymous calls. Hey, Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, I'm just staying anonymous because, in case somebody from my office is listening, but I have never seen that. But what's even more disturbing is these carbaholics that wear spandex.
All right, can you? I have an idea what you're talking about, but can you be more descriptive and explain? Give us a definition of a carbaholic wearing spandex.
Yeah, just somebody wearing yoga pants that doesn't look like they've ever done yoga.
Right, we get it. Okay.
Right.
Completely off topic, sir.
Well, it has to do with clothing at the office. So, Anonymous, what type of office do you work in?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. All right. He's afraid of HR. All right. Thank you, Anonymous. Michelle is in Tampa. Hey, Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
All right. So, do you relate to what we're talking about?
Well, I'm not calling per se for the office environment. I'm calling for the high school environment. If you think the what are they called now? The Gen Z for the office environment?
Gen Z. But hold on. High school kids are also Gen Z. But of course, high school kids are not working in offices yet. They might in their 20s once they graduate. But high school kids are also Generation Z.
All right. Well, this Generation Z, my daughter just entered high school, her first year, and I'm horrified as the way that these girls come dressed to school. Your caller, the previous caller's right. The tight leggings with the camel toe showing. Horrible bras that you can see the bra lights. I'm like, what is going on here? I think it's to the point where, like, high school administration has given up.
Well, what happened to dress codes? When I was in high school decades ago, there was a dress code. They would call you into the office. They'd make you turn shirts inside out. They would send girls home if they were dressed inappropriately.
Listen, I have my daughter here next to me because I'm dropping her off in high school. You should ask her a couple of questions.
What high school does she go to in Tampa?
Gaither.
She goes to Gaither High. Okay. And it's ridiculous. Is she on the phone? Can she hear us?
Oh, listen, what she's dressing right now, I'm even like, you're going to put a damn jacket on because you're not walking in the...
Wait a minute. So wait, you let your daughter leave the house with something you don't find appropriate?
Oh, no. I find it, well, I don't agree with it, but it's worse than what I see. So at least I'm like, okay, well, at least you're going to cover up. It's weird. I wish I could show you a picture. Go on, Milan. Make a comment. Tell them what do you see in high school?
At this point, I think high school has like given up dress code because it's just crazy how you.
All right, now what is your name? What is daughter's name? What is it?
Milan.
Okay, Milan. What is the worst thing you've seen dress-wise in school? Describe it.
Probably a sports bra and spandex and tennis shoes.
And they don't send the person home?
Nope, I don't think they really care at this point.
All right, Gaither High School's given up.
I think all high schools have kind of relaxed the rules because then suddenly everything's a TikTok case.
Yeah, next
they
thing you
send
know,
me home for wearing this or this or this.
Oh, MJ,
Yeah.
MJ,
Yeah.
Google homecoming dresses 2022. You're going to be horrified.
Oh my
No
God.
wonder- my daughter came up to me and I was like, "What the hell is this? This is like a nightgown, like a night slip. This looks like some kind of negligee. You're not going to homecoming dress like this."
Lingerie. It's lingerie homecoming. All right, at Gaither High School. Hey, Michelle, thanks for the call.
For
And
all high schools, Google homecoming dresses 2022.
Michelle and daughter Milan, thank you guys. I appreciate you listening.
Take care. Have a good one.
You too. All right, here's another anonymous call. If you're just tuning in, I stumbled across a discussion about young women in their 20s, Generation Z, showing up to office jobs dressed like they're going to a nightclub, and they think it's normal. So that's what we're talking about, and we're getting these other phone calls. Here's another anonymous. Let me grab Anonymous in Tampa as well. Hey, Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi there.
Oh, hey, Anonymous, can you hold on 1 second? Let me give out the Rock the Cash Box word here, okay, for $1,000, all right?
Sure.
All right, this hour's word is media, M-E-D-I-A. So this hour's word is media, M-E-D-I-A. That's media. Just text the word media nationwide to 45911 before 8:15 for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or myQ105.com. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show.
Whoa.
What?
Aren't you forgetting something?
What am I forgetting?
Rock the Cash Box song?
The sound effect?
Yeah, I'm not playing it anymore.
What?
Do you know how much money Ted spent having that produced?
Yeah,
like $6.
I'm not playing the damn Rock the. It's awful. It's terrible. I don't want to.
That's the.
Hey.
What time is it?
It's time to rock the cash box.
Oh God!
Just say it one time. Just say it one time. Don't say it multiple times or have any kind of fun sound effect in it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. All right, let's go back to the phone call here.
This
All
is
right,
Anonymous?
Anonymous in Tampa. Sorry for the interruption. Anonymous, what would you like to say?
Oh, so I primarily work in retail, and I have a restaurant job as well. But both of them are non-corporate, and the dress code is basically non-existent. We've had a couple of girls in their early 20s that walk around in like whale tails or like thongs, just sheer skirt.
What's
Like
a
you
whale
can
tail?
see their tea-back underwear through
Oh, so
whatever they're wearing. Or
a whale
sticking out
tail
above.
is you can see the thong sticking out. That's a whale tail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It looks just like a whale's tail. You're right.
Anonymous, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 27, so I'm kind of like on the cusp of millennial and Gen Z.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and what age girls do you see just totally blowing up any dress code? What ages do they seem to be?
like 18 to 23 usually,
Yeah.
like right in what you were saying.
Yep.
I don't know. I have another friend that has an actual like corporate office job, and she wasn't telling me so much about club wear, but just saying that they're allowed to wear like PJs and sweats to the office when they go in.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
They can wear pajamas and sweats in an office job?
Yeah, it's like a primarily remote office tech company. So on the days that they do have to go into the office, they can wear basically.
Well, some of those tech companies, it's like, they encourage their employees to be as freaky as possible. Hey, Anonymous, thanks for calling in and thanks for listening.
Well, not so freaky. Thank you. Is someone who says they work at a local credit union. She says she or he says she sees it all the time. Young kids are dressing like they're going partying. And then on the flip side, the older employees dress like they are homeless.
Let's grab Alma in Lakeland. I want to clear these calls, Andrew, and I got to move on. Alma, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you guys today?
We are well. Would you like to add to the convo?
Yes, so I am in my mid-50s, and I work at a corporate job in Lakeland. And we have a dress code off by saying there is a dress code in place, that they have to constantly remind the girls that mini skirts where we can see your butt cheeks hanging out of the bottom are not appropriate. Leggings are not appropriate. And this is all the time. And it's these young girls that are probably the age range that you guys are talking about.
Yeah. And that's exactly why I'm doing the story, and I had no idea we'd get this many phone calls on this.
But I do want to say that when I had my corporate job in Tampa, there was a lady in her 30s that constantly came in that looked like she was going to the club as well, which kind of surprised me.
I mean, I've seen places where people show up to work in their 60s and 70s decked out. I get it. People dress inappropriately at all ages, but it just seems like the newer employees entering the workforce are taking it to a whole new level.
Well, again, it's the Generation Z. It's this, early to mid 20s. Hey, Alma, thanks for the call. Another anonymous. What? This is like the most anonymous calls we've ever had. Another Tampa anonymous. Hello, anonymous.
Hey.
Hold on, your phone dropped out. Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just touching base. The new principal at Plant High School sends out a text every night begging parents to dress their children appropriately.
All right, so this is Plant High School on Southdale Mabry in South Tampa?
Yeah.
Wow, that's breaking news. The principal sends out a text. So the same text alert system to warn parents about something, they're sending out a text to dress your kids appropriately for the next day?
Yeah, or she leaves a voicemail.
Oh, wow. I gotta get a copy of that.
No, it's crazy.
Are you a Plant High School parent?
I am.
And Plant High School, great school. So thank you very much.
Okay. All right, take care.
Appreciate it.
Remember when we were in school, the whole thing was, okay, you have to go to the principal's office and you have to put your hands down, and your hands better not come below the line of your skirt or your shorts. That was the test. Now the test is, are your butt cheeks hanging out the back?
Can you see any hairs showing? That's the new test.
Ooh.
Yeah, as long as you don't need two haircuts for that outfit.
All right. Oh, we got to laugh out of Shorty Shade on that one.
Just a chuckle.
Hey, I used to work in an office. I already know about all this.
Wait a minute. What kind of office did you work in?
I worked in corporate for like 6-7 years.
Doing what?
Healthcare, and then I worked for college admission at Full Sail.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. All right.
I have a bad story about the office one day.
Really? Hold on. Let me grab one more call. Rob is in Lakewood Ranch. Hey, Rob, last call on this MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, I'm doing well. Hey, I got wrapped up in, I was going to call for a traffic update. 75 northbound, right at 246 Apollo Beach. You got two cars kind of smashed up. Only one officer. I just got off 260, so it's been slowing down, so be aware of that. But I do have a comment on the
what do you have to Pat George's gig?
What the hell is going on?
He's going to come track you down and beat you silly.
How's the weather, sir?
All right. Gotta get a weather report. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I work mostly from home, so if I see 22-year-old girls in sausage dresses in my office, my wife's never going to believe I'm working. But I do have I used to have a lot of younger folks who worked for me about 6-8 years ago, and they would wear the low-cut plunge dresses with like breasts hanging out everywhere. It was hard not to look, but it was acceptable even several years ago. And I've got daughters coming up, so they don't leave the house in that sausage dress or plunge cut stuff. So
yeah, well,
I disagree with it.
The body condom dress. All right, so folks, if you're just tuning in, putting the wraps on this, talking about how Generation Z young women, like early 20s to mid 20s, they're showing up at these office jobs, and it's like they're going to a nightclub with what they're wearing to work every day.
My kids are 5 and 2, and my daughter wears a uniform to school, but they are so into being appropriate. They do not like it if they can see my cleavage. They do not like it if my skirt is too short. And so I'm hoping that like this new generation will be so sick of seeing all this like sleazy stuff on Instagram and how people dress that they'll like whiplash back the other way, and the younger generation will be proper.
Yes. The whole Duggar line of dresses that
Yes, we'll see.
sweep the floor is going to be all the rage.
I have a couple of folks calling me out on my Instagram feed. Speaking of food, Roxanne just did this one chip Reaper pepper challenge, and you were
You want a health
incapacitated.
update? Yeah.
What?
You want an update on how I feel?
Are you okay now?
Okay, so my face, it's funny. I'm feeling
I
digestive.
can't feel my face
right?
when I'm with you.
I'm experiencing the digestive process. Literally, it's going down. Like I felt it in my heart and my esophagus, and now I'm starting to feel it in my stomach. When you eat something that spicy, you can see how long this actually takes. So my stomach hurts right now. My heart has stopped racing. I'm not sweating as much as I was, and I still do kind of feel a little bit high from the endorphins.
So Roxanne did the Reaper pepper, scorpion pepper, Pocky one chip challenge for 2022. It's the company, they sell one damn chip for $9. And it's one tortilla chip, which is coated in the hottest peppers on the planet, and it burns your face off. And Roxanne was a trooper, and Roxanne did it.
I took a little
Very
nibble.
good.
And you were virtually incapacitated after just taking like a 6% bite of this chip.
I promise you, if I ate half that chip, I would be at the hospital.
So if you ate the whole thing, you might be dead.
Because I would have a heart attack or have an anxiety attack or something.
And then, Shorty Shane, you did this last year, and you said that you were messed up.
The piece that I didn't eat, I still have like as a souvenir on my desk. I ate about 90% of it.
You're gonna kill all the ants around.
All right, let me move on to another food item here. And are we going to get to the new Crackhead Karaoke challenge?
I mean, it's kind of up to you more than it is us.
Yeah, I guess it is.
But we're pushing the clock.
All right. Well, hold on. We'll probably get to it in a few minutes. I just have a lot of things to do here. All right. I got some folks that are like calling me out on a video that I posted on my Instagram. Now, folks, I encourage you to follow me. You never know what the hell's going to pop up on my Instagram. My personal Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. I think this might be the last thing I posted, actually. And it's of blueberries that I bought and ate. Yeah, it's the last thing. It's a quick little 30, 40-second video. I hate a certain type of blueberry. Do you know, I love blueberries. I'm a huge blueberry fan. They are packed with antioxidants. Blueberries are a very healthy fruit option. I love them, but when I get a mushy, mealy blueberry, it's the worst. So if you're ever shopping and you see me in the produce section of any supermarket, I'm telling you right now, I open up the blueberry container and I molest them.
Oh, yeah.
my gosh.
I fondle the blueberries. All right, I'm a fondler.
Ew.
In the store, I can't buy blueberries touch unseen.
Okay,
I gotta touch them.
So weird.
How would you like it if you bought blueberries that someone else had poked their little fingers around
that's
in?
why you wash the damn thing. So I wash them, but I'm not going to spend $4.99, $5.99, $7.99 on a thing of blueberries to get a gigantic basket of mushy garbage. I hate them. A blueberry's got to have a snap. All right, so here's the deal. I was shopping at Sprouts on Monday. I was at Sunday. I was at Sprouts on Sunday, and I saw these blueberries called jumbos, and it's a pretty good size. It's a large blueberry. They were grown in Peru. I'm like, all right, and they were on sale. It was like 2 for $7, and I opened up I peeled the tape back. I opened it up, and I stuck my finger in. I'm like, oh my God, this is heaven. They were the firmest, roundest
God.
They were the feel, the tactile.
Didn't this happen in American Pie?
The tactile feedback was enormously good.
Springy?
They're not springy. You don't want them springy, Roxanne. No spring. You want the blueberries to be just hard and firm.
Ew.
So I shot a video, and then people are like calling me out, and they're like, I don't think you really ate a blueberry. You're lying to us. So listen, this is the audio from the video, and the video's up on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. I'm almost at 10,000.
You're still not at 10,000?
I'm not. I'm almost.
Hey, Shane.
I think I lost 5.
Hey,
Tag
Shane.
him.
He's almost a 10,000 Shane.
Hey,
I'll tag you. I'll help you.
Shane, how many do you have?
54,000.
He's got 54,000.
I'll tag you. I'll try to help you. How far are you away?
I got a freaking 100,000 watt microphone here, and I got.
Yeah, but you're boring.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
you put pictures of blueberries and dead frogs.
So I'm at 9,800. I'm 200 away from 10,000.
9803.
Yeah. All right, is that where I am now?
Yeah.
All right, so give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio. This is the audio of the blueberry video. Listen. I despise soft, mushy blueberries. I'm shopping yesterday. I'm at Sprouts. I saw these jumbos grown in Peru. I opened up the package. I always molest berries. I always pick up a berry and kind of feel it, and these are just firm. So the test, obviously, is the flavor and the crunch and the snap. And, man, you hear that? Good blueberry flavor. I've had some blueberries lately with zero flavor. So listen again. In my mouth. So people are saying.
It sounds like an apple.
Well, people are saying
that's not right.
They're saying to me, they're like, you're lying. That's not a blueberry. Somebody wrote a comment. You're really eating a chip off camera because you don't see me.
You're eating a chip.
I bet you
You
are.
don't see me eating the blueberry on camera, and I'm not eating a chip. Those are the blueberries.
Did you bring berries in?
I did. Look what I have right here.
All right, you have jumbos?
I brought in the exact blueberry because I bought 4 containers of these things. They were so firm and good.
What do you say? How you say like in firm and hard, firm and perky, firm and hard? What were you saying? Like it's so
Very molestable.
yeah, molestable.
Yeah, I
like
feel
I like
uncomfortable with-
silicone-filled blueberries.
I'm a fondler.
Yeah, I'm just very uncomfortable with all your descriptions.
I brought in a container of the blueberries.
All right.
I'm holding it up to MJ TV right now, and I'm just going to prove that, yes, you guys watch me while I put these blueberries in my mouth.
I don't like blueberries.
Now, this is a professional broadcast mic, and I'm thinking the microphone on the phone is kind of a cheaper microphone that kind of enhanced, I think, the snappiness, but I'm going to try to demonstrate right now. So I'm taking a blueberry out.
Oh, so it was enhanced.
Hang on, let me take my pop screen off so I can get really close to the microphone. All right, here we go.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this in my. People think I was lying about the crunch. Here's the crunch. Here's the crunch ISO. So this is from the video.
Jeez, you put that in a commercial.
It sounds like it's a Hanna-Barbera sound effect.
Yeah.
It sounds
tight-skinned blueberry.
Here it is again.
God.
I swear that is the blueberry. All right, I've got a blueberry in my hand. I'm putting it in my mouth, and I'm going to crunch it right now. Here we go. Watch me. Look at that.
Wow, almost the same exact sound.
I'm doing it on camera. I'm not lying.
Okay.
Does this count as AMSR? What is it?
Yeah,
It kind of does, but I need softer voices.
Look at this. Let me take another one. Another blueberry in my mouth. Watch me on MJ TV. I'm not making this up. Watch.
What? Oh, right. I don't like that.
I mean, that's how snappy these blueberries are.
Sounds like you're breaking someone's arm.
It does. It sounds like I'm snapping somebody's wrist in an arm wrestling match.
Maybe we should make this a daily segment and we can guess what you're eating.
Dude, I have some celery sitting in water in my refrigerator. I could bring it to you
MJ,
tomorrow.
Eat another one.
I'm going to put 2 in my mouth.
Hang on.
Let's hear it.
Oh, my
Double.
God. He's got him in an arm bar. Oh, my gosh. He's going to break his arm. It's broken! It's broken!
Oh!
He just broke his arm in half.
Did you see that, Mean Gene?
Anybody that thought I was lying, in your face, it's the real blueberry snap.
Okay. Oh, right. How many are you going to eat?
Okay.
Piggy boy.
Wow.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Can you give me one?
Yeah. Here.
Fester's getting sick.
Yeah, this is just disgusting now.
Go ahead, Roxanne. Right on the microphone. Go ahead and you snap it as well. Here's Roxanne.
You had those as she was dying from the Pocky chip?
Put the camera on Roxanne.
Roxanne?
What are you doing?
Roxanne,
Hold on.
what do you do?
Here. Let me do it again. Listen.
Oh, no. All right. What? You got some Pringles
Where are
in
you
the back?
biting it? Where are you biting
I'm
it?
just biting the blueberry.
You can eat the whole box?
All right. If this is blueberry chewing radio, then I'm going to go to the bathroom for a second. I'm going to smoke a cigarette or something.
I'm moving on.
Okay, good.
I'm done.
It's the chew-a-thon.
I got to put my
All right, so
I
we
gotta
have
put
two
my pop filter back
We have
on
two
here.
contestants
Yeah.
here. One quarter we have Roxanne, the other quarter we have MJ. We're going to be eating blueberries. So
I think that is actually a Japanese game show.
Eating blueberries?
Yeah.
All right, let me lighten around a couple of things. If you can tell, I'm a little apprehensive about the premiere of the new Crackhead Karaoke.
I can tell because you spent 6 minutes talking about chewing blueberries.
Let me tell you, it'll be better than you eating blueberries.
Now, here's the deal. I'm thinking about putting it off until tomorrow.
Okay, you should.
Because I don't know if the logistics are hammered. I don't want to occupy airtime and have this thing be a disaster.
Okay.
Froggy and his Hal Herman character, they have a new concept for a new game show with listener involvement, and we're calling it Crackhead Karaoke, and it's a little complicated in the technical setup, is all I'm saying.
Can we do a dry run right now? Can we do a test? I mean,
Yeah, I want to meet this Hal Herman guy.
Let's do a beta test of how it would execute tomorrow. We're all here. We have the radio station here.
All right,
Like a nice sample.
I tell you what, we'll do that in a moment. We'll do a beta test before we do it in a real-world environment with real listener phone calls. How about that?
Good. We can't kick it off to Friday. We have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it.
Oh, are you not here on Friday?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Now, a couple of things.
Correct.
Have you guys had any trouble getting reservations? For some of the busier restaurants, some of the hotter restaurants in town, have you been having trouble getting reservations?
I walked right into Tijuana Flats last night and got seated right away.
I'm talking about places that take reservations.
Okay. I don't go to restaurants where you need reservations. I'm sorry.
I know there are plenty of places in town where the reservations are getting tough to get. And this is Tampa Bay. You go to cities like Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Boston. You go to some places where you got some serious like Michelin-starred restaurants or, restaurants that have a massive buzz. They're in the Michelin Guide, etc. This is a problem that people are saying, why the hell can't I get a reservation? Oh, sir, we've got something available, and looks like our first opening for a Saturday night is in the first week of December, and people are complaining about this. Did you know that there is a new, a service where you can pay $1,000 a year that you get a certain number of reservations at high-end restaurants? I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I've heard of that, right?
All right, so go ahead, Roxanne. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't pay for that. It seems like a waste of money.
Listen to this. Reservation searches are up 107% all around the country since last year. Now, coming out of the pandemic, I think people were really eager to get out, start eating out again in really good restaurants, enjoying the service, enjoying the aura, the atmosphere, the food, everything. So reservations are up. And here's the new business model, that there is a company that's called Front of the House, and you buy a membership to this company's services. It's a digital subscription, and for $1,000 annually, they guarantee you reservations at some of the top restaurants in your city. Now, I know that at this point, they're up and running in Chicago. They're up and running out in the Hamptons, in New York City. It looks like Los Angeles. So I don't know if they're online here in Tampa Bay, but it's a digital subscription. It's a tech startup. It's called Front of the House, and it allows their subscribers priority access to really hot restaurants around the country.
Okay, I predict it's going to fail because the people who have the kind of money to spend on that, you could just buy shares in a restaurant. Then you have access to that restaurant, and then you get friends in that restaurant, and then they return the favor for other restaurants.
All right, so what are you saying? That you have a little share of meat market? Is that
No,
it?
I'm not speaking from a personal standpoint. I'm just saying if you have money to throw around like that, why don't you just buy your own restaurant?
But you're an investor in the meat market in Hyde Park.
Yes.
Can I ask what percent?
No.
Well, yes, 17%.
Can I ask what your pay stub said last week?
Oh, not near enough.
It is not near enough. I'll tell you that right now. That radio doesn't pay like it used to pay.
All right, so MJ, I go to Texas Roadhouse and they have call-ahead seating. I don't need this service. I call ahead online. The person says, "Welcome to Texas Roadhouse. Take out a, eat."
And you can throw your peanuts on the floor.
I throw my peanuts on the floor. And when it's my birthday, they bring the saddle up.
They do the dance?
Yeah, it's really fun. You ever been to Texas Roadhouse for your birthday?
Yeah.
Saddle up. Yeah, and I would never use this service because I have the Texas Roadhouse call-ahead service. Or I go to Open Table and book like a pizza plate,
Yeah.
This is a really 1%er type service, MJ.
I'm just pointing it out that this is getting buzz and chatter. And speaking of restaurants,
I went to a Burger King where the drive-thru line was so long, I wish I had this service to get me to the front of the drive-thru.
Will you stop being a wise ass?
Is it true?
All right. So speaking of restaurants, there is a viral video floating around from this server who is trying to instruct us, the customer, how we're supposed to be at his table. So this guy, first of all, I don't know if I believe this. Is this just for like video hits? Is this just for clicks? Is this just clickbait? This guy, his video is going viral. It's on multiple platforms. He claims to be a server. His name is Jacob Stephen, and he's instructing us how to behave at a restaurant. Listen to this, Delta Bravo.
You've heard of being nice to your waiters. You've heard of tipping 20%. Have you heard of being fast? Hi, professional server here because that's where my life has led me. Be fast. I want you to know what you want to drink when I walk up. Maybe even throw in a food order. No questions about the menu. If you have an allergy, fine. I'll take care of you. But be fast. If you're going to sit there, spend. Yeah, I said it. You can catch up with your buddy on a bench for free.
This guy's obnoxious.
He's annoying, and he's chewing while he's talking.
Yeah, and in the video, it's like he's chewing on like cud, like he's a cow.
He's actually eating somebody else's food that he's supposed to be delivering.
He's pre-chewing your food.
You know what's funny is I read this story online, and I didn't think any of it was bad. I was like, okay, well, he makes some good points.
But now that you hear the video.
Now that I hear him, I hate him, and I want to take my time.
I hate this guy. I want to punch him. I want to run him over in the parking lot of the restaurant. I want to drag him under my car on Dale Mabry.
Imagine paying that $1,000 to reserve your table when you get that guy.
Oh, that's right. Then you get this guy. Be fast. When I come up to your table, you better have your drink order ready and even your food order ready. Oh, and no questions. Don't you dare ask questions about the menu, you heathens.
How dare you?
Yeah, the waitress that we played a couple of weeks ago from Hooters.
Yeah.
She also had ways to speed things up, but she wasn't obnoxious about it.
You're right. She was friendly. She was affable. She was. You kind of
liked her.
You liked her. This guy, I want to punch in the throat. Listen again.
You've heard of being nice to your waiters. You've heard of tipping 20%. Have you heard of being fast? Hi, professional server here because that's where my life has led me. Be fast. I want you to know what you want to drink when I walk up. Maybe even throw in a food order. No questions about the menu. If you have an allergy, fine. I'll take care of you. But be fast.
I want to throw this guy to wood chipper.
Yeah. Well, how about when you go to a restaurant for the first time and you want to read their drink menu and see if you want to select, if it's wine? Like, how are you supposed to just always order the same thing?
Dude, if I go to a restaurant and they have Pepsi and not Coke, I have to stop and analyze the whole thing because I don't want Pepsi. I certainly don't want Diet Pepsi. Do I want Sierra Mist over a regular Sprite? I don't know. I usually end up getting a tea, and I hold up the line forever. This guy's right.
God, I'm dragging out the test run on this crackhead karaoke.
Listen,
I'm scared of this. I'm scared.
That's what the
Hal
purpose.
Herman's ready to come in and prove his
That's
point.
what the purpose of the test is for. We're not going to take calls. We're going to have one of us be the caller.
An internal test.
Yes, this is a complete beta test. If it's successful and there's proof of concept after we do it once or twice.
Proof of performance?
Let's see. I mean, we can't even judge if it's going to be funny or not because I think we're being super critical. We have to let that part fly tomorrow.
You know what it's like? It's like when you play a card game for the first time and you play an open hand. This is an open hand
There we go.
run.
All right. So it's sort of like a friends and family for a new restaurant that's opening up.
Mm-hmm. Soft.
Soft
Hal's
opening.
texting me. Hal's pissed.
Oh, Hal's angry?
So tell Hal he doesn't need to
Yeah.
put on his tie. He doesn't need to put on his suit. This is kind of like just a studio show. That's it. All right, ready?
Tell Hal that I'll throw him in the wood chipper with that douche wagon waiter that I just played. All right.
It's actually Hal's son.
Hey, am I making you laugh today, Shorty Shade?
Yeah, that would be a down and dash opportunity.
All right. So let me delay this a little longer. I got to lighten you around a couple
let's
of things.
just do it tomorrow.
No.
Forget it.
We're gonna
now, Hal doesn't want to do it anymore.
We've got to do a test
I'm
run.
turned off.
No, we got to do a test run.
No.
I thought this was very important to reveal.
Don't deserve it.
New Yorkers continue to come into the Sunshine State at record numbers. This is incredible. Listen to this. During the month of August, a massive influx. 5,838 New Yorkers, and this is what they have. I mean, more have come that we don't have a license switch yet, but listen to this. The rush of New Yorkers coming to Florida, it's now a stampede. This is the New York Post. A record-breaking number of Empire State residents switched their driver's licenses to the Sunshine State last month, according to an analysis of the Florida Department of Motor Vehicles, the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles data. The New York Post saw that 5,838 New Yorkers made the switch in August. Those are the people that actually changed their licenses. Can you imagine how many more have not even done that yet? Or how many maybe won't even do it for a while, but they've moved to Florida. So there is a massive influx of New Yorkers that are fleeing New York, and the Sunshine State is growing big time.
I hope they like the reason they came here, keep it this way.
What's that? What's the reason they came here, Ron?
For the sunshine. Did you almost call me?
I don't know. I mean, what's the reason? Why do people move to Florida?
Because it's just a great place. We do what we want to do here, and the beautiful weather.
Cost less.
You're so right,
No,
Ron.
it's no state income tax.
You have no state income tax. You have what feels like a freer, less of a nanny state.
Yeah, we like
right?
that. So keep it that way.
There are good positives here. I think we have less stabbings and shootings and maniacs that throw you in front of subway cars. Listen, on the subway that we have here in Tampa, for instance, I use the subway quite a bit here in Tampa, and for instance, I'll get on at the West Shore stop. I'll take the subway all the way into downtown, and I've never seen anyone drunk. I've never seen anybody get thrown onto the tracks by some homeless maniac.
Yeah,
I've never seen anyone poop on the subway. Did you ever see? Did you ever see the picture that I put on my Instagram a couple of years back in New York, and a guy literally dropped trow? A homeless dude was pooping on the subway.
Yeah, per capita, Tampa has significantly less subway incidents than the city of New York.
Yes, absolutely.
I was in New York City for the second time in 5 years or 3 years or whatever, and it's not as good as it used to be at all. Not at all. I can't. Yeah.
I feel the same way about Largo.
Let me move. Let me move on here, and I want to point something else out, and I want to know what you guys think of this, and maybe we'll even take phone calls on this. This is quite earth-shattering. Do you know what the National Transportation Safety Board wants? So the NTSB. Do you know they want all new vehicles to check a driver for alcohol before the car can start? Now, you've heard of the drunks. You've heard of the folks that get a DUI, and part of their court-ordered punishment is they have to get an interlock device on their car. They got to blow into their steering wheel.
I know a couple of guys that have the blow before you go.
Right. So you have a device that you have to have installed at your own expense. I think it's like $1,000 or something. I don't think it's cheap. So if you're popped for a DUI, one of the things that the court can order is you got to blow your steering wheel before your car will start.
Right.
And now what is being proposed here, this is an AP story. The National Transportation Safety Board is recommending that all new vehicles in the U.S. be equipped with blood alcohol monitoring systems that can stop an intoxicated driver from getting behind the wheel.
So I have to prove that I'm not drunk every time I get into my car?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, the recommendation, if enacted by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, so you got the NTSB and then you got NHTSA, NHTSA, could reduce the number of alcohol-related crashes, one of the biggest causes of highway deaths. The new push to make roads safer was included in a report released yesterday about a horrific crash last year in which a drunk driver collided head-on with another vehicle near Fresno, and you had 7 kids in the car and 2 adults, and it was just a mess. NHTSA said this week that roadway deaths in the U.S. are at a crisis level. Nearly 44,000 or nearly 43,000 were killed last year. So they want to put this device in. They want to push manufacturers to require you to prove that you're not drunk before you can start your car. Wow. Now, the NTSB has no regulatory authority, can only ask other agencies to act. And this would put pressure on the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, and they could act. I got an issue with this. I hate drunk drivers. I despise drunk drivers, but to make the entire population have to blow in a device in order to start your car, I find that tedious and cumbersome.
Probably stealing your information somehow through your breath.
Dude, I will be very valuable outside of bars because I'm not the biggest drinker, and I'll be like, blows $20.
I want to go to phones on this. Let me grab a couple of calls on this.
$20 blowies?
$20 blowies. Oh, I'm sitting in the parking lot. Anybody looking for a blow? I'm here. $20. I haven't had a drink all night.
Fest is a parking lot prostitute.
Just sitting there sucking on my Gatorade.
A lot loser.
Yeah, he's a lot loser. like he's working the Love's truck stop or something. Like he's working.
You name it.
No, I feel like it would get
I'm
treated
at the
like that.
Travel America over there.
Somebody else could just start the car and the drunk person could leave.
Fester's at the TNA Travel Center. All right, let's grab a couple of calls on this. What do you think if the government forced you to have to, everyone, to start your car, you had to blow into a device or some type of other sensor?
I'm sure people would figure out how to hack it and beat it.
I don't know if it would. Also, there's talk of maybe a laser technology that could detect like through your skin.
You can that's a thing. You can scan a laser on somebody and see how drunk they are.
I have a serious question you might think is a joke.
We're talking about emerging technologies where.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Froggy.
What happens if you fart into it?
Really.
I'm just wondering.
Really? That's your question?
I'm just sitting there thinking of ways to beat the system.
All right, hang on, let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What do you think if you bought a car in the future and the government mandated that a device in the car had to be utilized in? So you realize car manufacturers, if the NTSB, if they get their way, car manufacturers would have to install devices in the vehicles that you would have to prove that you're not drunk before you could start your car and drive it.
What if you're high on angel dust? That device isn't going to do anything.
High on marijuana. You know how many people are getting lit and driving? All right, let's grab some calls on this. Phones are lighting up. All right, Andrew, screen quickly. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, I want to know what you think about a mandatory requirement that manufacturers would have to put some type of breathalyzer or some type of an alcohol detection device in all new cars, and you couldn't start your car until you proved that you were not drunk. All right, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. Let's grab Nina in Riverview. And this got a lot of play yesterday. This is like a brand new story. Nina, you're on the MJ Morning Show. What do you think?
Hi, good morning. I don't think that's actually going to work. I mean, there's always going to be ways around it. Like, for example, if I have a couple of drinks and I run out of beer and I want to go get more beer, I'll just grab my 13-year-old son to blow, and then I'll just go.
Yeah,
so I really honestly don't think it's going to work.
But how would they make sure that didn't happen? Would it have to be some kind of a profile, the weight of the driver, some type of a camera system that would.
We would have to probably like swipe your license and then have your picture pop up.
It just seems cumbersome. Or, you sit in the seat and it has to, a camera system would confirm that it's the same person that's driving through facial recognition, maybe.
Right. It's ridiculous. And the price of the cars will go extremely up.
That is another great point. And you beat me to the punch, Nina. I was about to say, and guess who's going to pay for this technology? This could add, thousands to the price of a car.
Absolutely.
All right, Nina, thanks for the call. Jake's in Tampa. Hey, Jake, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. Love listening to you guys every morning.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you listening. Go ahead.
Hey, I was going to say, man, maybe you should invest some stock into the balloon company.
Yeah, right? You just fill up a balloon with fresh air or fresh
you're
exhaust.
all sober, you just blowing a balloon, keep it in your trunk, get ready to go.
But again,
are you drunk right now?
He might be. You might be a little.
Hold on. Did you just ask our listener if he's
I'm
drunk?
teasing. He knows I'm kidding. Because he is keeping it drunk.
All right, hang on. Jake,
I love you, Jake.
Jake, have you been hitting it this morning?
Jake's a little slurry.
No, I have not been hitting it.
I know.
I'm my wife.
I know. Hey, did you just say you hit your wife?
No, I did not.
Okay.
All right, Jake, have a great day, buddy. Thanks.
Next drink's on us.
Jim is in St. Pete. Jim, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Jim.
Hey, good morning. That's going to go over well with the rent-a-car companies.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I can understand a rental car company putting it in their vehicle, but to buy a vehicle and have it as your daily driver, it seems a little intrusive.
Just on the heels of COVID-19, yeah, it's going to go over well.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we don't know if it would be breath-based or whether there'd be new emerging technology that would detect it. Thanks for the call, man. Let's grab Jeff in Clearwater. Two more, and I got to move on. Hey, Jeff in Clearwater, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, is this me?
Yeah, it's you're up. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, sorry, Jackson.
Oh, I have Jeff on the screen, so it's Jackson. Go ahead, Jackson.
Hey, so the biggest problem I have with it isn't people finding a way around it. It's the malfunctions of this technology. I mean, there are numerous studies out that show like people that can't start their car because they used Listerine that morning, or their perfume sets it off and says that they have alcohol in their system. Same thing with the ankle monitors and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just a whole can of worms of I can't get to work that morning because, my new cologne says that I've been drinking at 7 a.m.
Jeff, that's a pretty good point.
Yes, Tito's cologne.
Smearing off cologne.
Well, it's a monitor to wear less, I guess.
Very good point, Jeff. Thanks for calling, man. I'm sorry, it was Jackson. Still says Jeff on my screen. Rick, all right, last call on this, so we got to move on. Rick is in Sun City. Hey, Rick, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I was right along with the last caller, but I was thinking more of like cough syrup, because at work they used to send people for drug and alcohol tests, and people would blow a positive that had cough syrup in their system. So if you're going to work in the morning and you took a swig of cough syrup and then you blew a positive in your car, that means you're not going anywhere.
Rick, have you been hitting the Robitussin this morning?
No, I haven't had cough syrup since I can remember.
So it sounds like the last time it left some permanent damage, that's all.
You're not into the scissor?
Thank you, Rick.
Hey, Rick, good call, buddy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Maybe, there are a lot of
You're welcome.
stupid drivers, too, so maybe we should have an IQ test before you get in the car.
That's true, yeah. You got to pass a multiplication test before you could start.
I like that, too. All right. I will give the new Crackhead Karaoke a test run in the next segment.
We don't want to make you.
No,
I'll tell you one thing.
Because I need the commercial break to figure out how it works and how we're going to play this.
That's the part of the test. This is like a little behind the curtain type
folks,
stuff.
This could be a train wreck. If you want to hear a potential train wreck next live on radio, it could happen when we get back in a minute. Oh, also, are you guys following the story where some TV anchor guy from Fox in St. Louis also appears on a radio morning show in St. Louis and went off on this belittling tirade against the female co-host? What are you laughing at?
He must have really lost
But
it.
wait a minute, it was off air. So it was not supposed to be on air. It was during like a commercial break.
Wow.
This guy is ripping the female co-host of the radio morning show, but they were recording it on the microphones in the studio, and then it gets released.
Oh.
And it is... Rox, have you heard this?
I read it.
Yes.
I haven't heard it. I'm waiting to hear it here.
All right, we have
Listen
the audio.
here, toots.
Listen,
You're going to do it my way or the highway.
Hey, this is crazy stuff.
because that doesn't happen around here, huh, Rox?
Hold on. We'll get to that.
No,
We'll
I'll
do-
eat you alive if it does. You know that.
We'll do the dry run. We got a lot of stuff. We got a big chunk of the MJ Morning Show in minutes next here on Q105. So... Fester, are you so bored with the morning show that you're continuing to play your little word game while we're on the air?
At this moment, I'm not.
I've been shown photographic evidence from this morning where you were playing your word game in the middle of a segment here on the MJ Morning Show.
That's completely possible.
I thought it was a brick game.
It's brick break.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, get it right.
It's the little squares, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a brick breaker.
So Michelle plays the game with the little word tiles. She finds a new word game every day. So Fester, really, so are you that bored during the show that you're playing brick breaker on your phone?
Yeah, it's not a matter of being bored. It's a matter of, I guess it's a little bit of being bored. No, it's a matter of me being able to multitask amazingly.
Listen, stop it.
Absolutely.
Stop it.
I've been doing this for decades.
All right, you got the MJ Morning Show on Q105, MJ and Fester and Froggy and Roxanne and Andrew, our producer. Andrew just brought me his phone, and he has an image on his phone that was tweeted out, and this is crazy. This is unbelievable. when we told you earlier about the traffic snarl on I-75 southbound, and about an hour and change ago, when we were talking about Coors beer cans and cases being strewn all over the road, this is unbelievable. I'm looking at a photo right now. I'm going to hold it up to MJ TV. So right now, I'm holding up the photo to MJ TV. Andrew, does it look fairly clear? Can you see it? This is unbelievable. It's like there are places where the beer is like 2 or 3 feet deep.
Oh, it's like, oh my gosh.
Look at these pictures.
That's crazy.
You got the tractor trailer completely ripped open. It looks like you've got like a concrete, it's not like a regular concrete truck, but it looks like a hauler. It's like a tanker, but it's not the typical tanker like a gasoline or a milk truck. So you've got the multiple vehicles. It blocked the entire road. That's why people were sitting on I-75 for like 2 freaking hours. All right, this is unbelievable. There are like thousands of cases and cans of Coors Light all over I-75. It's unbelievable. I'm holding it up again to the camera at MJTV. I'm holding it up on MJTV, and it is unbelievable what I'm looking at. And Fester brought it up on the computer screen as well.
Yeah, it's on WFLA's Twitter page. It's amazing.
I want a drink.
This is, you know what? Let's grab some phone calls here. We have a lot to do, but if you were in traffic on I-75, there were people that didn't move for 2 hours. Now, the reason why we're bringing this up again is it's a spectacular, crazy picture and story, but the word now is that one lane is moving. I don't know if they have them on a shoulder, but apparently one lane is getting by now on I-75 southbound near 98. So before the 275 peel off, southbound 275, it is a mess. So if you are in this crap, well, hopefully we've entertained you for the last 2 hours. And of course, we just completed the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show where we go with no interruptions for an hour and 20 minutes. If you are in this mess currently, or if you just got out of this mess, let me grab a couple of calls because this is crazy. This image is nuts. 800-990-1047. So if you're in the car right now, you're listening to the MJ Morning Show, and you're in the I-75 mess, if you're moving, if you started to move, if you just got past the wreck or where the whole snarl is, give us a report. Let us know how long you were stuck in traffic. Give us whatever details you can. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
So is traffic moving again? Have they cleared a path?
The word is that there's like one lane or one path cleared now on I-75 southbound with the 2 tractor trailers all tangled up. And what a mess.
Do you get in trouble if you get out and grab a beer?
See, that's the thing, Shane.
They're just,
how many of these cases are going to end up like in the back of the truck of the cleanup guy?
I mean, I think that you'd be assisting in the cleanup, is what I'm thinking.
They ripped open real easily, didn't they?
They're aluminum cans and cardboard.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking the truck ripped open real easy. The truck ripped open like you're pulling the tab on the top of a Coors Light can.
You know,
just peeled back.
There's not many differences between a tractor trailer hauler and an aluminum can.
Those tractor trailers, man, you can almost put your hand through them. You can almost punch a hole in the side with your fist.
Just about, man.
All right, 800-990-1047. Were you in this traffic jam for 2 hours? Are you moving now? Are you passing the beer cans? Did you just get through? If you want to give us a report, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. But the pictures are just spectacular. I've never seen this many cases and cans of beer strewn all over the road. It's insane. Andrew, I see you're answering calls in there. What's going on with the calls?
A gentleman didn't want to go on.
Yeah, all right, so what did he say?
He said he was going northbound as he passed it, and he said the inside lane is where vehicles are getting through now.
All right, so they're allowing so that'd be the left lane, so the inside lane is where vehicles are passing now on I-75.
Correct.
I love people calling our radio station, but don't call if you don't want to go on.
Well, I saw him answer like 3
I
calls.
know,
and
if you-
you're on the phone with 3 different people.
Hey, I'm calling a radio station.
I'm looking at the phone. It's being used. I'm like, well, put him on hold so I can talk to him.
I don't want to go on. Then come on, help us out. I don't want to go on. It's what we do.
But I don't want to.
Come on. Andrew's begging this guy to get. Can you tell MJ the story?
I saw 3 lines on hold, and Andrew's like talking to them, and none of them want to go on the air? All right. So we have an issue in St. Louis. This is crazy. Now, the MJ Morning Show, we were in St. Louis for 14 years. Our show was in St. Louis from, 1998 until like 2012.
I still get a lot of emails. So you guys get emails from St. Louis listeners?
We do. And we have a lot of St. Louis folks. See, Andrew's screening calls again. People are calling in again about
I get a lot of
I-75.
texts from people in St. Louis.
Oh, at 813-310-8444?
Yeah.
If you want to text faster.
Now, we were on the air for a long time there. And yes, we have a lot of St. Louis listeners that listen to us live on the stream, or they listen to the podcast, or they watch MJTV. So this happened in St. Louis. A Fox 2 anchor just went off on a female co-host on the St. Louis radio station. It's Fox 2 St. Louis's Vic Faust, and Vic is an anchor. And off the air, he just ripped into this woman, foul language, sexist remarks, all kinds of personal insults.
Oh, my God.
Used profanity at least 40 times in a 4-minute rant.
Is he drunk?
Berated the co-host, Crystal Cooper, for, among other things, her weight and her parenting skills.
Oh.
According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Roxanne, have I ever ridiculed you or went off on a tirade on you in this studio?
No. We have good conversations off air. You and I have good conversations off air, enjoyable. And on air, we give each other back and forth a little bit, both of us.
But off the air, have I ever used profanity with you or ripped you for your weight or your parenting skills?
Well, why would you?
You get on her for her weight.
You can't pick on me. Yeah, get on me for my weight, please.
Yeah.
And get on me for my
110
parenting
pounds.
skills.
You are too skinny. You need to put on 58 pounds.
Roxanne, size 2. They're out of them. So do you.
All right. So about 4 minutes, these comments were recorded off the air. Because keep in mind that we could be off the air, meaning we're in a commercial break or we're playing a song and our microphones aren't on, but we have a digital recorder in the studio where we can record something, and the mics, while you won't hear them on the air, they can still be recorded. So that's apparently what happened here. And it occurred last week on KFNS, the Viper. In St. Louis, and it came near the end of the 8 to 10 show. Wow.
Who has a 2-hour show?
Now, this guy Faust has been a main news anchor on Channel 2, the local Fox affiliate in St. Louis, since 2015. And he, I guess, does the 5 o'clock news there and the 9 o'clock news because they're Central Time. And he was not on the air for the 5 p.m. newscast, I guess, earlier this week. Fox 2 general manager Kurt Kruger and news director Audrey Prywich did not respond to messages from the St. Louis newspaper asking for comments. All right, we got to listen to this. This is some of the audio of what transpired. So let's just play it, and we can just kind of digest what happened. So the male Fox 2 news anchor is also on this radio show, is ripping into the female co-host on the morning show.
Listen, you're a fat nasty. And
Oh my God, you're a fat ass, nasty, bleeping.
Is she crying? Is that her crying?
Oh my God.
She's in the room?
How can this...
She must be.
Who talks to anybody like that?
Exactly. No, he is yelling at her. She's in the room.
All right, play it.
Here we go. Listen.
Listen, you're a fat nasty. And you don't bring up on air when I have your back. You're a fat. I don't care if you're here or
Be
not.
like that, guys. Come on, man.
Serious?
I let it go yesterday.
But you called me stupid for the
Because
second
who brought up
time.
the stupid subject? You
wasn't a stupid
you
subject.
were making fun of me because I was dealing with the computer.
Chris was too. It wasn't just
No,
me.
no, he
Chris was.
wasn't.
Yes, he said, "Oh
He
my God,
didn't
it's going to be
say
here in 3
anything.
weeks."
He didn't say anything on it.
This guy, how could he keep his job at Fox 2 in St. Louis or whatever this role is he has on this morning show?
Yeah, I was going to say, did they get fired?
Well, we haven't heard yet because there are no comments coming out of the Fox station in St. Louis.
Listen, he was laughing when I did
You have a
it.
history of attacking me on air, and
No,
Chris
I
knows.
don't. You have a history of attacking me on air. Are you kidding?
You and your big fat looking at.
You and your did he say
Oh my
talk about
gosh.
her big fat ass? Is that what he said?
Oh my! Is he
Yeah.
drunk?
I mean, he's got to be like, when I hear this guy talk, I just am thinking the most insecure guy on the planet. He must have some major deficiencies and he's trying to get it out.
All right, so somebody at the radio station leaked this to other media. Somebody leaked this audio that was
Awesome.
recorded internally in the studio. They leaked it to the St. Louis newspaper.
The Andrew of the show, because he's the one that controls all the recording devices.
Oh my God!
You go on a tirade.
This is nuts. So you got this main anchor on Fox 2 in St. Louis that's also part of this radio morning show in St. Louis, and the guy's going nuts. I mean, calling her like a fan ass. I mean, this is awful.
That dude's going down.
Oh my God!
Don't come back.
Really?
You start me to
You're
fuck
not
up,
my boss.
well,
I come.
and I'll call you a every day.
Okay, good
You're
for
a
you.
fat, self-righteous.
You're a fat, self-righteous bit.
I think that girl's probably going to get paid.
Oh my
Right?
God!
I mean, that's some harassment of another level.
Yeah, there's some lawyer there going to help her get
No,
money.
I think so. I'd like to see what happens because she's going to get some money out of that.
Yeah, Andrew.
Is there the slightest chance this is a stunt?
No, he sounds real mad.
No way. This is internal nasty politics, and this is personal grievances coming out like a fire hose.
Unless they're great actors.
Listen, I've been in.
But what would be the upside of faking it?
I've been in my fair share of radio insults, and if the light's on, then it's kind of a joke. And if the light's off, it's a totally different tone.
Well, lights off. Let's listen.
And every day that you come in this studio, I will call you what you are. Fat, nasty bitch.
Every day you come in the studio, I will call you what you are.
What does this guy look like?
My God.
So now the only thing I want to hear is the segment when they come back.
I'm Vic Faust, Fox 2, St. Louis.
Hi, and I'm Christy Canyons. Boy, what a lovely day today's going to be.
All right, let me roll the rest of this.
The reason you have this job is because of me.
Stop. Okay.
Stop.
Hold on. Did she say the only reason why you have this job is because of me?
He said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said that. And then it sounds like another person on the show is like, Vic, stop. Vic, did you hear the person?
The
Vic.
worst executive producer ever.
Wow.
Wow. I've told Chris 5 times about, and by the way, I reported your nasty 5 times to Chris about what you do on this radio. You attack me
What have I done
constantly.
5 different times?
You've attacked me 4 or 5 times, and Chris said
I've
yes.
never attacked you. You've yelled at
Oh,
me.
you can hear the commercials in the background. They're on a commercial break is what this is.
All right, come
Twice,
back in.
and this is the
problem
second time in
is
break
that you
now.
weren't- The problem is that you think that whatever you do is right.
No, I don't.
Then
I will
then
totally
shut
own
your
it. You're
mouth.
literally
You shut your bleeping mouth. He just said that.
You had
explaining
no
yourself.
reason to bring up it to attack me on air yesterday, and you did.
I did not attack you. Grow the up. Grow up.
You grow up, you fat.
You grow up, you fat. I mean, this is unbelievable. This guy there's no way he could show back up on Channel 2 in St. Louis,
And
can
this
he?
goes on for another 5 minutes, you say? How long is this whole clip?
There's another 2 minutes of this.
All
Hang
right.
on. Let's go.
Like an immature.
Fucking, you started.
All right.
Hey, was that a curse word?
I think we missed one.
I think that we,
dump.
I hit the dump. I think that was an F-bomb that
All right,
was
we
missed.
get the picture. I mean, I don't know if we need to hear the whole.
Okay. I'm a dog.
All right, so it goes for another 2 minutes. That is unbelievable. Yeah,
Wow.
Andrew,
She didn't even
Andrew, I think you missed an F-bomb.
Did Andrew do all that editing?
Well, no, the bleeping was done by the St. Louis newspaper, but Andrew, did you trust them or did you listen to it?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that was one F-bomb got by.
We might be off. I mean, maybe
I didn't hear it.
Maybe he was talking about hockey pucks.
It sounded like it. Anyway, so, wow.
Boy, I'm looking at his picture, his bio picture on Fox 2 now, and he just looks so affable and like just such a friendly news anchor.
Yes, that's right.
Can you imagine Hal behaving like
St.
that?
Louis news.
That's why Hal got fired.
Last Tuesday's podcast was the last one posted online.
Unfortunately.
And then
Nobody be seeing him following Tuesday.
I guess on Monday of this week, Morning Drive was only music. The show wasn't on.
It's a stunt.
My God.
Yeah, I've never heard radio guys go off like that before.
That is crazy.
Usually it's to another guy, though. I mean, I've heard MJ yell at guys like that.
Yeah,
I have never yelled at anyone like that. Why don't you why do you retract that statement?
Retract it.
Are you kidding me?
I never yelled at anyone like that.
Back in your yelling days, not now. You're a different day now.
This is mellow, MJ. I don't even.
But
know
back in the day, the days when you fired me on New Year's Eve, you said, "Happy New Year, you're fired."
I did not.
I mean,
Yeah, I just made that up. I just totally made that up.
Did.
I don't even know what to do with you. You're so mellow.
That is insane. All right, we have a lot of things to do here. Let's try the dry run of the Crackhead Karaoke game.
Well, you got to get Hal in here because he thinks that we're doing the whole game
Listen,
show.
I don't have time for the whole Froggy change it to Hal Herman thing. All right, if you want to talk like Hal Herman, that's fine. All right, so tell me how this goes. So I would
Introduce me.
All right, so here's the introduction. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the brand new MJ Morning Show game show. It's Crackhead Karaoke. Now, here's the host and star of the show with the dry run, Hal Herman.
With a what? Hi, everybody. My name is Hal Herman. Welcome to the first edition of Crackhead Karaoke.
All right, so
do we got the phone calls lined up? Are we ready to go?
This is a dry run. There's no phone calls.
What are you talking about? What?
I just have a feeling about this. I want to see how it works. I don't even understand how this works.
Wait. We're not going to play the guy?
We have to put on a different headset and not even listen to the radio. This doesn't make any sense to me.
You're telling me you and that stupid fat ass of yours is telling me? And I'll tell you every time I come in here. I'll call you what I'll call you, fat ass.
And a bad parent.
And your parenting skills suck.
You're lucky you have this job. You have this job because of Hal.
And I'll say this every day. I'm the person who got you this damn job. And I'll get you out of here with your big, fat, dumpy ass.
I'll get you on Fox 2 in St. Louis and a radio morning show in St. Louis.
He used to work on the Viper in St. Louis.
All right, Froggy, how does this work? Let's show me this is a dry run.
By the way, my name's Hal. How many times did that tell you?
Hal, tell me what to do. What buttons do I push? What do I do here?
You don't have to hit any buttons, my friend. You don't have to hit any buttons. I have them all on my digital music player right here.
All right, so
I bought this special.
You're holding a cell phone.
It's a digital music player.
It's a cell phone. So you got MP3s on your cell phone.
Yes, okay. And I have these amazing ear music producing cups.
You mean headphones?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have Bluetooth wireless headphones that are paired with your cell phone.
Absolutely.
So we
in layman's terms.
So essentially, we have a community pair of headphones that we have to pass around.
Yes.
That's right.
Brand new.
That's just a lice problem waiting to happen.
Okay. Do lice checks on everyone before.
There
Nobody in
might
here
be
has
a
lice.
little bit of wax in here, but that's all right. Maybe we'll make a candle.
All right. So tell us. Listen, I got 2 minutes for this. Tell me how it works.
All right. I'm going to put the headphones on. What member of the show wants to do it? Hey, you.
Yes.
Give it to Roxanne.
You look like,
I want Roxanne to do it.
Well,
I mean, if we're going to test
I
it.
want Roxanne.
Hand over the headphones to the one and only Roxanne.
So Roxanne is being handed these Microsoft Surface Bluetooth headphones. By the way, those are courtesy of Dom, the IT guy at Team Logic IT in St. Petersburg.
Yes, he's sponsoring this game show right now.
How does it work?
Well,
so Roxanne, should she have one ear on the device? And then
nobody's
have...
calling in. It doesn't matter.
All right.
I can still hear you.
In reality, there'll be a caller, so I'll be the caller.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hi.
Hi, caller. Who do you want to play with?
Hey, I'd like to play with Roxanne. She's my favorite.
All right, Roxanne. Here you go.
And caller, what's your name?
My name is Betty Sue.
Betty Sue. Where are you calling from, Betty Sue?
From Brooksville.
Okay, Betty Sue's in Brooksville.
Roxanne's my favorite. I love Roxanne.
You've chosen to play with Roxanne with the Crackhead Karaoke game.
I can't believe it. I listen to you guys every day. Roxanne's my favorite.
That's great.
Okay.
All right, so Froggy, Hal. I'm sorry.
Yes, Hal. Please,
Froggy, whatever.
Please
explain how this works.
Now you're gonna act like you're actually a crackhead.
Can you talk into the real microphone?
Yeah,
and
sure. I'm talking to the real microphone if you want me to.
Talking to
this one. Okay, yeah. Okay,
talking to the real mic, not your prop mic.
I have a song right here. It's a popular 80s song. All of them are, actually.
Right, so here's the deal. You're going to play the song, but only Roxanne will hear it in the Bluetooth headphones.
Correct.
And
you can't sing it. You have to hum it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you can't sing the damn song. You can't sing the words. So you can just be like,
okay. Hold on. Wait a second. Why do you even need the cell phone and the Bluetooth headphones? Why don't you just pick the song out of a bucket and you just hum the song based on the title.
No, absolutely not.
That is too cumbersome and difficult.
Well, then you have recollection issues.
Oh,
yeah.
exactly.
Then she's like, she sees a song and she's like, I don't really.
Okay, all right. So
maybe.
Let's go. All
No.
right. So when I say go, you hit the song that only Roxanne will hear in her headphones, and then you're gonna hum the song because you said earlier that what?
She can't hear you.
She can't hear me. Oh, that's right.
She's the best hummer.
Hey,
Yeah,
MJ,
she said
I'd like to say hello to my husband Cletus and my son Jethro.
Listen, Betty Sue, why don't you back it down?
Roxanne's my favorite.
All right, so Froggy, Hal Herman,
yes.
Go ahead and hit the song.
All right, here we go. Are we ready? Roxanne, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Dude, can you stop yelling?
She
I
can't
can't hear, so he has to.
Oh, okay.
Roxanne, you ready to play?
Yes.
All right.
God, I need an Excedrin.
Here we go.
Betty Sue's ready.
All right.
Here
Go
we
ahead.
go.
Roll it.
Crackhead karaoke.
Right.
Hit play.
And there she goes. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
This is an abject failure.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Any guesses?
Oh my God.
Jingle bells.
Betty Sue? Betty Sue?
Hold on. You are.
Come on, it's so easy.
I know it. I know
Betty
it.
Sue, do you know it?
Oh my God. Is it Billy Joel, Uptown Girl?
That's right. Billy Joel, Uptown Girl.
Is it
He
really?
got it. Yeah, Billy Joel, Uptown Girl. Wow.
Are you serious?
You can't tell?
I got it, Roxanne. Take
was
the headphones off.
That was Billy Joel. No, I see it, but if I play the song, it's going to cancel.
No.
It's going to cancel our video podcast.
So, my God, you couldn't tell?
Well, how are we going to do this game show tomorrow?
All right, hold on. Go ahead and hum it. Now that I know it, do it again.
Okay, we'll start from the beginning.
He
Okay,
stopped
here we
it.
go now, and here we go.
My goodness.
Isn't this amazing?
Yeah, the best thing is the name of it, Crackhead Karaoke.
What? This is great.
Guy.
All right, let's have Fester. Let's just let Fester
why.
try one.
All right, hold on.
Gonna try
Fester.
for Uptown Girl. Yes.
Did you really know that without a prompt?
Well, because she broke it down. I had no idea for hold on. Betty Sue had no idea for the first 30 seconds of it. And I'm thinking, where the hell is this going? And I'm watching your face turn to prunes. And then she did the breakdown.
All right, should we do this contest with listeners?
Absolutely. I think the listeners right now are saying, oh my God, I wish I could play.
Hold on. Roxanne can't hear us.
She
still has the fake headphones.
Stop.
Roxanne
Take him
can't
off.
hear us.
Well, tell me to stop.
Just stop. Stop.
We're telling you now.
Stop.
We're telling you now. Okay.
It's over. Thanks.
All right. Wow.
All right, should we?
What you guys think? Let's have Fester do one real quick. Just test it out.
You know, we got to go to phones. I want to go to phones on this.
Test.
All right,
It was super relaxing for me.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
All right, guys, can you just quiet
Okay,
everyone for a
yeah,
second?
Okay.
All right, stop yelling.
Sorry.
All right, so I want to go to phones here. Folks, MJ Morning Show listeners, you've heard the beta test with Crackhead Karaoke, where one of the members of the show has headphones on and hears the song, and then they have to hum it, and then you, the listener, technically will have to guess what song is being hummed. Crackhead Karaoke. Now, should this get greenlit? Should we actually do this with real listeners tomorrow?
I mean, I think we need more testing.
I want you to phone in right now. Should we do this with real callers, real listeners tomorrow, playing the part of Fester playing Betty Sue? 800-990-1047. Now, this is not to play the game. If we do it, we'll do it tomorrow. I want to know, is this just an awful, terrible waste of radio?
You know what? You're setting me up for failure, you big fat ass.
Is this just a radio boondoggle, or do you like the concept? Should we move ahead with this? Call us up, let us know. 800-990-1047.
You know, this is just
800-990-1047. All right.
Now, as they call, let me get our next contestant. His name is, what's your name, Giant Man?
All right, Fester.
I'm Fester.
All right,
Fester. I'm on the show.
Okay.
Fester now has the headphones on.
All right.
I'll be MJ from South Tampa. Hey guys, love the show. MJ's my favorite.
Wait,
I
your
love
name's
when
MJ too?
I love when Michelle calls in. It's my favorite part of the show. Yeah. All right. So I can't wait to play. All right, let's go. Let's play the game. Yeah.
You want to play Crackhead Karaoke?
Yeah, let's go.
Fester,
All right.
are you ready for your 80s song?
I'm ready.
All right. So
here we go.
The music starts only in Fester's ear. Now Fester hums.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Woo!
Is that? Hang on.
Is he allowed to do bump bumps?
Is that? All right, stop. All right, stop. Is that Jump by Van Halen?
Oh, good job.
That's Jump by Van Halen?
I mean, hold on. There has to be a commitment level.
Wow.
There has to be a commitment on the part of the Hummer to really sell it.
Your humming was on par.
That's what all my boys say.
What? Wait, what?
Hey, Shorty Shay, what do you think of this?
I'm just watching, man.
Shorty,
I'm just.
what's going through your head?
I'm on standby.
I didn't even see you. Where the hell did this guy come from?
Shorty Shay, do you know why I named this Crackhead Karaoke now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be acting like a crackhead.
I'm just a bystander.
When you see a crackhead, they're like.
So hold on.
Okay.
You really have to get into it and sell it.
Okay, a couple things.
Yes.
Are you allowed to do all the bump,
You can do whatever you want as long as you don't sing.
You don't say the words. Oh,
So it's
that
not
expands things a bit. But the other thing is, it is a lot more fun when you're doing it, when you're participating, than when you're listening to someone. I'm actually a good hummer.
What was that?
Thanks, Andrew.
What was that?
Andrew, hit
Thanks
that,
a lot.
Hit that again. This is from earlier today. Hit that. Hit it again.
I'm actually a good hummer.
That's
we go.
That's what it says on the bathroom wall, at least.
All right, Hal.
JKLOL.
All right, that's Hal Herman. That's awful.
Just kidding. I love you.
All right, let's go to phones. What is this with anonymous phone calls today?
A lot of people seem to be calling up.
Anonymous in Tampa. Do you like the concept, or is this the worst thing you ever heard in your life?
Can you hear me okay? Because I'm on these really weird Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Just give us either or
Let's get with it, sir.
Right, sir.
Oh, no. I have to tell you what I told Andrew, and forgive me if I got his name wrong, but it is perfect. It's discombobulated, it's disorganized, but it's well put together. It is the quintessential MJ Morning Show contest.
See, there you go.
All right.
Sloppy but organized. What? How is that even possible?
I mean, that sounded like an insult and a compliment.
It's a great train wreck. All right, so let's
There's one for me. Yes.
Let's grab Kevin in Riverview. Kevin, should we actually continue with this concept with real listeners in real world conditions?
Oh, most definitely. Fester, he gives one hell of a hummer.
There.
Yeah, it's his name on the bathroom wall.
That's another ISO for you, Fester.
That was between us.
All right, Nick is in Tampa. Hey, Nick, you're on the MJ Morning Show. What do you think of Crackhead Karaoke?
I love it. It's definitely 100 times better than crunching on blueberries.
All right, there's three.
Damn.
All right, let me grab. I'm only going to grab 5 callers here.
Today's less of a word-oriented show and more of a sound-oriented show.
Maybe 6. All right, maybe 7. All right. Jessica's in Bradenton. Hey, Jessica, what do you think of the test run of Crackhead Karaoke?
It would have been so much better if you could get Froggy to not yell in the background while she's humming.
I mean,
everybody.
The hell are you talking about?
All right, Froggy, stop. No, she's got a point.
I mean,
Stop.
she does make a valid point.
I was dancing. I was trying to hop it.
When someone is humming, you can't be like just screaming.
I started dancing. I'm sorry.
Can't hear.
All right, so Jessica, are we supposed to say, is it a yes for you?
Yes.
All right, that's
thanks a lot, Jessica.
Wow, that's like 4. Thanks, Jessica.
She gave a yes.
Yeah, whatever.
She gave yes and a critique.
Scott in Lithia. Scott, what do you think of Crackhead Karaoke?
Good morning. I wish Elon Musk would punch Hal Herman so hard that he never shows up again.
What a dick!
Wow.
Dude, what do you mean?
I'm sorry, Hal. How does it know? How does it know the rules?
Don't say that.
Hal, you have to leave the studio, Hal. Hal has to go.
Hal, you've got to
You've
got to leave.
Have to go.
You got to go.
Yeah, just take a little break.
You can't
30 seconds.
Can't call our listeners that.
30 seconds at a timeout.
Timeout.
All right, no Hal for 30 seconds.
Scott, we apologize for that outburst.
No worries.
I think. All right. So, do you want us to do karaoke or no?
No.
All right. So, that's
show.
Say that again.
Me, I listen every morning. I love the show. This, for me, it just doesn't work.
That concept doesn't work. Okay, so it's like 4 yes and 1 no.
All right.
Hang on. One more call here. Jamie's in Sarasota. Jamie, you have the last word right now on Crackhead Karaoke. Is it a green light or a red light?
Absolutely not.
Oh, look at that.
Hal just got back in the studio, Jamie. Say that again.
What I miss?
So, Jamie, why don't you like Crackhead Karaoke?
I just think it's a hot mess. I had to pull over because my baby was freaking out because it was so much noise and chaos.
What a dick! What? I'm sorry. Oh,
stop!
Jesus, I can't.
Froggy, get out of here! Stop! Get out of the studio and stop calling our male and female listeners. Oh my God! Jamie, thank you for calling in, and we respect your opinion.
Okay, bye.
Bye. But if I went with the rules of the vote, we had more callers said they like Crackhead Karaoke than not. Guys, I don't know. I'm on the fence here. I don't know if this bit's going to make it.
If they don't like it, they're going to just change the channel.
No, that's the worst. What are you talking about? That's the worst thing for our careers.
I know you're not.
Give us 10 minutes and come back.
I'm trying not to do bits that make people change the channel. That's the game here. That's the concept. We want them to listen for the whole show, not just change the channel.
I listen to it.
All right.
All right, I'm back. Okay, let me just say this.
All right, no.
This is what it is. I'll tell you what it is.
I'm running late
it's
here.
It's polarizing.
It is very. Should we continue with phone calls?
That's
after?
a good thing.
Should we take more calls after the break? What about the texting? Hold on. Hold on to that thought. Let me get an inventory on the texting and what the texters are saying. All right, quick break, and then I still have a lot of stuff. The final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on Q105. Stand by. A couple of great sponsors on this. crew here, and there's something else that I want to make heads or tails of, and it involves a fairly well-known lead singer of a fairly well-known music group. We'll get to that here in a second. I want, like, the female perspective on this whole deal. First, though, Roxanne, on the whole Crackhead Karaoke thing, as far as the texting, and for those that don't know, Roxanne handles our texting. So when you text us at 800-990-1047, Roxanne is reading your texts and responding to as many as she can. But it is an overwhelming gig because we get so many texts.
And then you're like, hey, Roxanne, you're not paying attention. Yeah, because I'm talking with all these people.
So what is going on in the text lines? As far as Crackhead Karaoke, I honestly, is it a yes or a no on the concept?
Okay, it is truly a polarizing sort of thing because people either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
And the tipping point is the love. More people are loving it than hating it. But for the ones who are hating it, some of them I'm having to kind of put in their place.
Oh, Hal thanks you.
Well, hold on. What do you mean some of them you're having to put in their plate? What does that mean?
Obviously, Roxanne loves it.
Well, I just, if
you're
people,
getting snappy and snarky with some of our listeners?
I am, but some of them like it. Some of them are masochistic, and they like me to treat them like that. But
wow,
I have different relationships with.
Do you
all
have
of
a
them.
latex bodysuit by any chance?
Well,
yes. With a breathing straw.
No, but overall, I mean, I think it's it's a little bit leaning towards give it a go.
Oh.
Let me get Michelle on the phone here, and I want you to weigh in on this, and I want Michelle on the phone. I think this really needs a female perspective. My God, look at the time today. All right, calling Michelle at the house. Like I'd be calling her at the farm.
Trying to reach voicemail. Please hang up and dial your own number.
What?
I did dial my own number. What are you talking about? Hang on a minute.
Don't let her talk to you like that.
That was odd. That was strange.
Hello.
All right, so, Michelle, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I got Roxanne and you. I want you guys to try to explain this. What is going on with Adam Levine, the lead singer from Maroon 5, and there's this woman that's accusing him of having an affair with her for like a year outside of his marriage, and all kinds of texts were flying. Can you explain this?
Yeah, I guess she came forward and said that she had shared those texts, or not texts, well, I guess it was text or DMs with a friend who then tried to maybe sell it to a tabloid. That's why she's exposing or, coming out with them. And that supposedly they had an affair for a year and he was DMing her all kinds of crazy stuff, including that his wife is pregnant and what if it's a boy, he wants to name it her name.
Oh, my God. All right, so, and what's her name?
Sumner.
So Adam Levine allegedly having an affair, and I've seen this woman's picture. She is a, what do you say, smoke show. She is very pretty. Her body is outrageous, and she is claiming that she had a one-year affair with Adam Levine, the lead singer of Maroon 5. What's their big song? This love has taken its toll on me.
Yeah, so is
right?
Adam, so is his marriage, apparently.
Right.
Moves like Jagger, is it? Jagger?
Yeah, moves like Jagger.
There you go.
Yeah, that's another one. So she actually claims that Adam Levine, after the affair, said, my wife's pregnant and I want your permission. If it's a boy, I want to name my son Sumner after you, my affair girl.
Yeah, I guess he kind of asked it, not quite with all that. Apparently he doesn't text quite like that, right? Just kind of like, hey, all seriousness, I want to name my kid Sumner. Are you okay with that?
Horrible name.
Adam Levine texted her, apparently, I want to glomp with you. What is glomp?
I didn't see that one.
I think he texted that to someone else.
He glomps like Jag.
What is a glomp?
Is that like an overly, affectionate physical hug kind of thing. Like
that's a glomp?
On somebody and go pound them with your hug kind of
I want to glomp you.
You glomp them and then you chonk them.
What? Yeah, what is that? I've never heard that word.
It's glomp.
I had to look it up.
Oh, actually, it's an enthusiastic greeting.
Chonk!
Oh, nice to see you too. All right, hugging me a lot.
Here's another. People are tweeting about this. Those Adam Levine DMs make me want to scoop my eyeballs out with a rusty spoon. Please make it stop.
All right, a normal spoon would be just as fine. Doesn't have to be rusty.
Okay, how stupid is Adam Levine that he thinks that a 23-year-old or however old she is, or whatever age, isn't going to screenshot every single thing he sends to her.
Right. I don't understand that.
Can I trust you?
Crazy.
I'm not that famous.
And then Adam Levine allegedly gave her front row tickets to a Maroon 5 concert.
That's the way to do it.
I mean, so Levine is 43, and this Sumner Stroh, S-T-R-O-H, what if she's part of the Stroh's beer fortune? She's 23 and is accusing him of having a year-long affair in her viral TikTok posts.
I have to admit, I love Adam Levine because I think he's so nice to the contestants on
The Voice. Yeah.
I just love his demeanor with them and just seems like a positive, nice person. So here's my question. Where is the smoking gun message? Because I see a lot of you're hotter in person. Like, where is the, hey, that was great, doing it last night text?
There's this relationship is a textual relationship.
Well,
there's no
also,
evidence that they.
Okay, well then why is that an affair?
And there are now 2 more women that have come forward. So we now have pictures of 2 more very young, somewhere in their 20s, very attractive women that have now also said that they've had similar encounters with Adam Levine.
Isn't he married to a supermodel?
Yeah, Victoria's Secret Angel.
Yeah, what's her name? I don't even know her name.
I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, it's some unpronounceable name.
Her name is Goodbye.
Her name is Goodbye.
She's about to be.
She's leaving.
Her name is. You're gonna have to give me a lot of guilt gifts now.
Thank God, her son's or the affair woman's son's name isn't like Skitch or something.
Skitch.
Did they name the kid Sumner?
I don't think
so. Oh my God, that would be insane.
She's pregnant now.
Now Adam Levine's yoga teacher apparently is accusing him of sending flirty text messages.
Yeah, that was before he was married.
Oh, jeez.
And Adam Levine, I mean, if you're Adam Levine, why even get married?
Anyway, she denies the affair, or he denies the affair happened, and says, listen, I crossed the line with some of my flirty messages. That's it, but there was no affair.
Hey, it's Hal Herbert here. I just want to say a quick. MJ, say this to me. Say, can you believe that this affair happened?
No, I'm not saying that.
I know, me either. In my day, we call a guy like that a maroon.
All right, thanks, Froggy.
How about it? Does that even deserve a quack quack?
No. I mean, no quack quack there.
A duck deserves to die.
No quack quack.
That joke.
He just killed a flock of ducks.
I think it's going to come down to what they each define, how they each define affair.
Well, there's now the term like mental affair or or an emotional
physical or
affair.
Emotional affair. Yeah.
So.
Well, he's Adam Levine. He's bringing home $50 million a year.
He's just trying to live like a normal. I mean, I don't excuse it, but he's just trying to live like a normal dude life and slide in some DMs.
Yeah, because I'm texting 23-year-olds.
And with that, with that we got to roll.
But you are.
I'm heading to a special video shoot with Shorty Shane right now.
Hey yo!
Thanks for the invite.
We're gonna shoot a couple of videos. We'll make it very crystal clear shortly what the videos are all about.
Wow.
No, real good.
Insensitive. Shortly, yeah.
Real good. Well, he is short too, so he can say that.